Oh, now?
later. Yeah. Uh, I mean, definitely at some point we have to just forget about doing a session and just sit down and talk about what we have done so far,
The oven.
because we are only in like this is the fifth session,
Nothing.
and
This
Oh,
is the
it's
fifth
all
session, and
yeah,
one
and it's
we've
second.
gotten
already
like to one
crazy.
place.
Okay, take your time.
We got into like one place.
But it's still crazy.
Yeah.
Hmm. How many sessions do you think it takes us to just to finish the game?
I would say probably another year or two.
I was kind of asking the GM, but maybe
We'll see the pace you're going.
the pace we are going, it's gonna take 10 years.
It's gonna take a while.
I wouldn't say that. That's like if we played like 5 characters.
I
That's if
was
the one character survives.
I was exaggerating, but okay.
Mm.
I really hope it doesn't get to the point where like we literally have to play like 30 characters just to get through the dang story.
That would be a very strange way to play D&D.
I mean, losing one character or two is like okay, but 30 characters is like what are we doing at that point?
We don't even know if it's our fault at that point.
Yeah, it's probably our fault. But I'm not complaining because like I have my character, I have my backup character, and I have like 4 or 5 other like ideas, and they just keep coming.
I mean, I have like 20. I have like 20 characters, I think, besides this one.
It's like kind of like a occupational hazard. You can't just have like one or two or like 10 characters. You always have to make new characters.
I wouldn't say that. Like, I don't play D&D that often. Uh, but I do think like I don't know. I just like to create characters. It's fun.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like even if you have like 1,000 characters, if like a cool character idea comes to your mind, you want to make it. Everyone has had that at some point.
Yeah. I drew a group portrait of like all my characters so far, and then I'm thinking like, should I create 4 more? I don't know yet.
Oh, I was just waiting for Unya to be done with something.
Oh yeah, she was like baking or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was something with the oven.
Is their house burning down?
I hope not.
I hope not too.
That went like dark. Like what the
Was
I
fuck?
it?
don't know. I get dark sometimes.
It's not even dark.
Especially
It's
in
just
especially when
shady.
we play.
And that air
Especially
is
when
gonna
we
push it
play.
out the
Usually I'm in the
window.
dark.
I mean, I am
Yeah.
currently at the dark because it's
You
like
can open it up more
5
if you
a.m. and it's dark outside and on.
Like usually I'm just like sitting in darkness, just looking at my computer screen, just like talking to you guys. I was in my bed. I feel like I'd fall asleep, and I don't want to do that because that's just terrible.
That happens
Um,
to me.
are you in your bed right now?
Are you
No,
set?
I'm on my chair.
Ah,
Are you set? Are you good?
Yes. Are you?
Then I'm good.
and
Are we
and
good?
yeah,
No, I was helping him with stuff in the oven.
Mm-mm.
what
We're
happened with the
making
oven?
baked ravioli and boudin,
And
and I
what?
made pasta sauce.
And I'm helping.
Yeah.
And
I love that line.
I'm helping.
He handed me a mochi, said I'm helping, and then took it back.
Incredible.
Like mochi isn't like
Eh.
mochi ice cream.
Like mochi as in like a shelf stable shitty mochi I got literally from Costco.
You know what's better than Costco? Fantasy Costco.
This is true.
It do be like that sometimes.
Are you okay?
What happened? What's going on?
It's okay. I'm alive.
Oh, oh, that's so sweet.
That's kind of sweet, yeah. Okay, be doing without nightshade then.
My boyfriend has the keyboard. I'm scared.
I instead of cute, I said cure. That is cute.
This cure. I
That-
cast Curaga.
Oh my gosh! By the way, did you see that Sora's in Smash?
Yes, I know.
Oh my gosh! I'm so happy. He's finally there.
Forget about Sora. Like one Winged Angel was in there. Also, they announced Bayonetta 3. Like the gameplay
Yeah,
trailer is out.
yeah. She looks good. Oh my gosh.
Banut. He
What?
typed banut. No, send it. Send it so they know what I'm talking about. Banut.
Banut.
Stop, I wasn't fine.
What? What the heck is that? I'm sorry. And why the heck are you saying get bonked?
Coño.
To Umnios SO. I will okay you through the nearest doorway. Definite. What the heck?
SO is significant other. He's basically talking to his boyfriend.
Is he saying KO though?
Who's going on the date?
No, I saying okay.
Nightshade. Nightshade 99. 98.
Since Banut. Since you've all forgotten, last week, Umnia said something. Umnia's boyfriend said something about being okay, and I said I will okay you through this door. In the wrong house, foo.
We'll tell him to go get another hobby.
Is his hobby
You're
Stop
just
being a
stealing
big
your keyboard?
distraction.
Is
He's
he a
being
keyboard
nut.
goblin?
You're letting me.
I am.
Oh, you're just being a nut.
I have
Is
no
Is
idea
he
what's going on.
is he a keyboard goblin?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, he's a
Hey,
keyboard
why
goblin.
Karamba?
He said the door.
Knock knock.
You're
Who's
the
there?
pasta
The door.
sauce. At
Wrong
some point,
house,
I'm gonna have
fool.
to get- At some point, I'm going to have to get up and immersion blend the pasta sauce. It's not gonna know how, but
It
Like
sends food pics if you think.
it's like
Imagine immersion blending pasta sauce when you could just stir it with the spoon.
Alright, we need to all be ready. Because
I'm
this is the
stirring it with a spoon, and then I'm gonna use a immersion blender to make it small.
Alright, I'm waiting until we're all ready.
hold on,
'Cause
hold
this is
on.
the
Smooth.
moment.
I,
This is our big
Imagine
moment, guys.
thinking
No,
an
no, no, no,
immersion
no, no.
blender and a spatula are interchangeable.
No, hold on.
Sorry, spatula?
Talk to me directly.
Like
What?
SpongeBob?
I am talking to you directly. What?
Yeah. I'm the fourth
I
person.
just want to ask, what do you put
know.
in your spaghetti sauce that you need a blender for it?
Immersion blender.
Canned
Whole tomatoes.
Yeah. Well, canned diced tomatoes and onion.
So you guys don't have like paste tomato to add to it?
We have tomato paste, but I think the whole tomatoes are better because then you can make it a little bit chunky, but not all the way.
So if you want to do that, like just blend your tomato before you put it. Buy like fresh tomatoes, then
It makes it
blend it.
difficult to reduce the water out of it
You just have to
because
fry it a
then when
bit.
every time I've ever done that, it's like it like all over the wall of the kitchen, next to the stove. It like boils all chunky,
No, don't boil it.
and
Fry
it
it.
splatters.
Fry it.
You don't fry sauce. It's a sauce.
Don't
It simmers.
boil pasta sauce.
It simmers to reduce the water out of it.
I do not know how you
So
guys make
simmer
it.
at a low heat. Don't boil it.
That's why I'm simmering it. But if you can't like simmer it if you blend it first. It's just so much easier to let it simmer, reduce the water so it gets thick on its own, and then blend it. Why are you saving it? You're not saving any time blending it first.
And what I usually do is like I get minced meat. I fry it a bit, then add my either the blended tomatoes or my tomato paste. Then I fry it a bit. If it's tomato paste, I fry it a bit, then add water. If it's like the blended tomatoes, I add the blended tomatoes. They have butter on their own, and I just let it reduce. Then I just add that to my pasta. That's the not bad. I recommend trying it.
Ravioli, and there's beef in the ravioli, so then that'd be double beef.
No,
Ravioli,
we don't.
Spaghetti and
ravioli.
It's like for pasta, like those noodle kind of pastas, not ravioli. I haven't made ravioli before.
I mean, we just got it like from a box sort of thing. It was like one that you toast. We should just play the game though.
Yeah, we just shut up about food.
I was wondering what for breakfast. My sanity or your resolve to continue talking about cooking.
And I
How's
have
everyone
all
doing?
that, and
I'm being
have like
attacked over here by my cooking methods, so I had to defend myself.
I wasn't attacking,
Are you-
was just
I know,
making
I'm
suggestions.
joking.
Calm down.
But I have all that conversation on tape. I'm going to put it on YouTube.
No, you were
Wow.
going to cut
I'm
it
gonna
out.
get canceled on Twitter.
Oh my gosh, can he cut it out though?
It's like
Stop the
4,
recording and start a new one.
like it's like a 4 hour kind
Should
of
we
shit.
actually
I mean,
start
if
playing?
he's gonna stop the recording now, then he's still gonna put that recording on YouTube.
Better not.
Not necessarily. It's not very relevant.
Kill you.
But
I mean, it's if you don't
Start the
want me to
recap.
put it, if you don't want me to put it on YouTube, I can start a new one if you have a problem
Well,
with
I mean,
it.
I thought the idea would be when the session actually starts. I was gonna be like, okay, it's the intro, and that gets recorded, not everything.
I mean,
Do we have an
even
intro?
it's kind of like fun just doing bullshit before like the.
Baka.
I feel like by the 10th session, we should like have like a theme song.
No,
Yes.
no.
Anyway,
Yes.
just
I
recap.
will cancel you on Twitter.
Just recap
It's
the
on you. I don't have a
session.
Twitter.
Exactly. You're already cancelled. I win.
No,
You
I
have
would
been
never
cancelled by God.
Casually smites.
I have a question. Can you smite with your fist? Like punch someone and then just add the smite into it?
That is
No,
a good question.
hilariously, there's rules about that. You can not smite with an unarmed attack with your fist, but if you're a paladin druid and you wild shape into a creature, that's considered a natural weapon, so you can smite with that. So you can smite with the bear claw, but not with the human fist. Don't ask me why,
What
but
if
that's the way
you're-
they rule it.
What if you're like a clawed being? Like
Nope.
Like a dragon.
Well, actually, yeah. So, Dragonborn don't have natural weapons. Aarakocra do, though, and
they have
catfolk
talons.
have talons and claws. They can actually smite, but not anyone else. It's very
Marlene.
strange.
Idea for like a character, like a 1 level paladin to get divine smite, 1 level barbarian to get rage, then all of the rest of it is going to be monk. A monk that can like do divine smite. That's gonna be
Wait, what about
Close.
shifters?
Shifters, technically, I think so. Because again, the natural weapons argument. It's just a very weird. It's just a weird thing. Anyway,
Yeah. Just
hello everybody.
Yep.
Welcome to our 5th session in the Ashen Wastes. where the party has succeeded in not destroying my sanity, but in destroying their own because they keep pressing buttons. A happy little ball that proceeds to respond with a sledgehammer to the brain. Are they stopping? No. Will they stop? Probably not. Am I concerned? Kind
No.
of. I expected this to happen. My job.
I did expect
With
this.
that in mind,
You didn't?
after the party finished going through the merchant's belongings to find that a solid chunk of his belongings have been replaced with dead spider bits, the paladin decided to take the ball of invisibility from the almost comatose artificer who had tried to open it and failed twice. And he said, "Hello, what is this? What does this do? Why is this here?" And the artificer says, "Oh, this is a strange device that seems to be extremely dangerous. I would highly suggest not trying to open it without magic." And then the paladin attempted to open it
Without
without magic.
magic.
I
Almost
think the
got knocked
paladin
out.
attempted it before we visited the artificer, right?
Yeah, and after. No, just before. It was like twice before. So yeah, two of you
And
have tried twice each.
yeah, but then we
And
went
fun
to the
fact,
alchemist.
they also managed to sell the not the dead spider bag because that would have been strange, but the spider eggs bags, and found out that the eggs seemed to originate from the ethereal plane and belonged to a type of creature known as phase spiders, which are spiders but bigger, and they like to dimension hop. So the fact that there are any eggs in this plane of existence seems bizarre to say the least. But Paladin did manage to turn it in for a tidy sum, which they then turned down in favor of some gold, some potions. So they got 4,000 gold, which they then shared among their party, and then they got about 8 total potions, I believe,
7.
which is in your inventory. 7, thank you.
Also, we kept like 5 of the eggs.
Yeah,
Oh, we
just a
did?
few. Just a few, small amount.
Tori
That's gonna
doesn't
be fun.
exist.
They're
So
already
what do y'all
dead,
want to
right?
do? Oh, that's right. Actually, the last thing you did was you agreed you would take a long rest. So you are fully healed. You had already clicked that button at the end of last session. What do you want to do?
Would it have been possible for me to use one of my wild shape ability things before resting to use wild companion to make a
Oh
familiar
yeah,
myself?
it only lasts for
I
a few
forgot about it.
a
I
number of
already clicked
hours.
the long rest button, but I forgot
Well,
about it last time.
Wild Companion has
I
a
can't.
specific restriction that says, as
I
an action,
had
you expend a use of Wild Shape to cast the Find Familiar spell without components. When you cast the spell this way, the familiar is a Fey and disappears after a number of hours equal to half your Druid level. So,
It's like
rounded up,
5.5.
that's 4
yeah. I'll
hours.
summon it and just cuddle with it until it falls asleep.
Oh.
That's kind of
Summon
A
cute.
little spider.
a little spider, baby. Little
Yeah.
spider. It's a small spider for you. In reality, it's like half the size of your head. It's a wonderful pillow.
Siota is homesick.
Nice and fuzzy.
I'm glad you're cozy with the code I made you.
Oh yes, and your extra coat. So
It's like immediately
after the
as
long rest, right after the long rest, what do y'all want to do?
Alright, are we ready, guys?
Let's just go and like gather in Ultron's caravan and discuss this. Like,
We're really not gonna.
no, just I want to kind of like make a plan before we try to open the orb, and I have like a question for Ultron. So let's just all go there. And
At some point, I swear his name just turned into Ultron.
no, it's just
Oh
me.
my gosh, he's gonna be the villain of this.
No, his name is Alteron.
Alteran.
Alteron.
Alteran.
Alteron.
So I have a question for Alteran. When is the auction going to be? Like, how many days?
Well, It was supposed to be when I got there. It had been a private sort of thing for the high seats of the den. Because I believe most of the den mothers are going to be there for the next. Say they've been there for a couple weeks already, so another month or two. It's supposed to be one of their every decade get-togethers to manage the state of affairs. Because remember, the dens have been around in the Underdark before we were because during the war everyone was above ground, so they have their own system of governance. I just happened, like I said before many times, get in their good graces with fine luxury items, and this was to be my final trade, but whatever. But
So
yes, any time within the next few weeks would be fine, which should give us enough time to find either the flail snails, if there's any left, because they're quite desirable, or anything else of similar value. But
and
it's
that
just
brings
kind of
me to your to my second question. I will show him
hmm,
the spider eggs, face spider eggs, and tell them it's like what it is, and it's like a interdimensional ingredients. Can we like sell these as like these are the only spider eggs in the whole world, and like there is like a very rare kind of thing? Can we like sell them at really high price instead of soul gems, or do we have to go find soul gems?
you kind of look at him for a bit. Well, I've never heard of phase spiders, and I doubt any of them have. Well, no, some of them are rather old elves, and their lifespans are ridiculous.
This thing
Um,
shouldn't. This thing is not supposed to exist. That's how rare it is.
Um, has Ciota ever encountered phase spiders or phase spiders before?
make a history check.
History?
Yep,
Yeah. As you're going through your memory,
and that's a 12.
What is? Yeah, what? How good is that?
I think I said you know what they look. Did I say you know what they look like?
Actually, she made a nature
I think
check with a 14 last time, and you
that
told her,
was for the snail, I thought.
That was for the snails.
yeah.
Did
So
I tell you
never
you know
mind.
what a I don't think you know what a face spider looks like. Let me look here. Um. Mm-hmm.
Actually, isn't like nature for druids instead of history?
You wouldn't. This is going through memory, not for like. Ah, yes. Identify the thing.
Okay.
You've never encountered a face spider. You have no idea what it looks like. You have no idea what it is. It says spider in the name, so it can't be that bad. Spider and interdimensional doesn't seem to ring a bell in your head.
But because the alchemist showed me the book, I know what they are.
Yes, because it's a very old book from before the war.
It's weird
Yeah.
how they are tourists. Though.
Basically, they are like ghost spiders, and these are the eggs for the ghost spiders, and they are not supposed to exist in this plane of existence. They are supposed to be in like the ethereal plane. We can just say I found them in one of my scouts, and they are like very, very rare. Can we sell
Um,
them this
if
instead
that's
of
the
soul
case, how
stones?
do you know? How do you know what they are? I mean,
We when we went to the alchemist to identify the orb, we also identified the eggs.
I
He showed me like
no.
a book that was like 300 years
Uh,
old.
no. One, they'd have to verify, and even if they did verify, I doubt that meant that much would satisfy and would be satisfactory for a large sum of money. Whatever use it is, since I'm assuming the alchemist had good use of it, and he looks at the bag, which is much lighter because there's fewer eggs in it. I don't think anyone even knows what to do with them if they're not supposed to be on this plane of existence. It just doesn't make sense. It's not a valuable item. It's a collector's item. I'll give you that, but that's not going to be good enough.
So here's our situation. We need to like find out who did this to Sioda and Alteran, and by proxy us, because no one should take away a sentient creature's freedom. Not only they took away this sentient creature's freedom, they also wanted to frame another one and take his freedom again, too. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to follow this wherever it leads me. We have the orb. We also have the customs in Qui Gen we can go to and find out what's going on. And there is also the where the merchant was supposed to sell the box. So these are our situations. Mishuda, do you think you can open the orb if we like help you with it?
What? I like hold it in my hands and look at it. Well, I think there's a decent chance. I'd say, but uh, you know, best case scenario, we open it and we get and we see some super cool secrets. Worst case scenario, it nearly kills me, and we can use it to our advantage.
And I mean, I have Revivify, so don't worry about you dying.
I said nearly, darling.
Mm,
The
it
worst case is that it kills everybody in here if it explodes.
uh, if it was supposed to explode, it wouldn't have so many defensive layers.
Maybe we just
Okay,
haven't fucked it up
okay,
adequately
so
yet.
should I use my inspiration dice? Cause
No, no,
I
no,
just
hold
got
on,
that, right?
hold on.
I would.
Cioda, did you change your like spell makeup? You wanted to take uh, enhance
Oh shit,
Point
I
of
ability or
forgot.
interest.
something.
Point of interest. Artificers, paladins, and druids can all change their spell list after a long rest.
Oh, and I can too. Shoot, hang on. How do we do that?
Hold on,
Go to
don't
your
I
spell
have
book.
like all of my spells prepared all of the time?
No, no, you only have some of your spells prepared all the time. You can change them on a long rest.
Okay.
It's paladins are fun because they can ignore. Well, I mean, most classes in the entire freaking game can ignore material components because of their, spellcasting focus. Anyway, you go to your spell book and you go to the word prepared on the far right side of that. It should be like a darker gray. If you click it to make it lighter gray, it should show all the spells you have available. I think it's different for artificer because I might have to put in your stuff manually. Or maybe for druid. I know one of your classes gives me trouble with the importer I use.
I mean, the druid, the Sioda wanted to take enhance ability, and
Oh,
uh,
worry
I
about your own
already prepared
spells.
all of my spells.
Do you want to change
I
any
did
of
that
your
yesterday.
spells?
who me?
Ooh.
Or
Yes, you took a long rest. You are also able to change your spell list after a long
Mm,
rest. Are there any spells you want to change it? Get that
hold on.
done.
Lesser.
Oh, look over your spell list. If there's anything you want to switch out, go ahead and do that now. Meshida same, Sio the same.
Okay,
I
Take your
did
so
that
time.
how do I do
last
that?
time.
You go to your character sheet, and then you go to the spell book tab, and then on the far right, well,
Actually, when I look
actually,
at it, I have all of my spells prepared.
hmm, I see. Okay, yeah, because you have artificers are the ones that give me trouble. So you have access to the wizard's spell list, but that's about 100 and something spells at this level. So it's
Shit.
not populating all of the spells, but basically, if you look at the wizard spell list, any spell of third level, fourth level,
Third
level,
level, I
oh,
think.
any spell of third level or lower, you can switch out with. No, fourth level. Oh no, right, artificers, they're half casters. Yes, any spell of third level or lower in the wizard spell list, if you want to switch out one of your spells with one of those, you can do that.
So
Actually, there's a way to do that. If we go to the plutonium importer, then we go to spells. Nick, go ahead and do that. Go to the plutonium importer.
The importer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Section 1. So yeah, click.
I'm trying to find the dang thing. Hang on 1 second.
It's next to the red X. It's the 3 dots.
Oh, there we go. I hate sometimes when I open it in the other tab. Okay. Alright, so what is it first? The spell list or whatever?
Yep.
Spells?
So
Okay.
section 1, all the way at the bottom, spells, and then you
Uh-huh.
open importer, and then it'll give you a big old window, right? You go and click on the word that says filter.
Filter. Here we go.
Okay, and then in the filter, you see a section called classes. Click artificer.
Wait 1 second. It's okay. So artificer. Got it.
Okay, and then save it. And then in the actual, the main thing, you go to where it says level, and you click that twice, and it should sort all the spells by level. In descending order. Or ascending order, sorry.
Yep.
And then you can scroll down through that list, and any spell of 1st to 3rd level that you want, you can put on.
Oh, it's the third, right? Yeah.
And if you do that, a corresponding number of spells that you have becomes unprepared for the day because you're switching out prepared spells.
So Sioda, did you take augment ability?
So
I
how
did,
many
and I
But-
also took greater restoration. If you believe this item is cursed, it may help that.
Let's
Uh,
not get too busy with other people's character sheets.
Because
It is also kind of meta.
I can't. The thing.
I
This thing's
wanted-
on top of my character
I
sheet. I
wanted
can't see my
actually-
spell slot.
You can just move your character sheet to the side of the screen and move the importer to the other side, so you have some room.
Actually, I wanted to tell you to do not take greater restoration because I have removed gears and I have used
It's
it
too
on it.
meta.
But you took it, so never mind.
Being meta.
Meta,
Very
meta,
meta.
meta,
That's
meta,
very,
meta,
very
meta,
meta.
meta, meta,
Don't be
meta.
meta,
Technically,
man.
you shouldn't know what I'm capable of at all, unless
Beta.
my character.
Especially-
tells you.
I mean,
Meta
up
pigeon.
until last session, you weren't even aware that they existed.
Yeah, last session from a dick in a box, it turned to be Sioda in a box.
Last session, I gave you my heart.
I mean, we're also talking about a character that seems to know what challenge ratings are. So
No, that
Hey,
was me
hey,
out of character
Rumbar.
asking what the flail
Yes.
snails CR were.
I think I lost the spell importer. I tried to reopen it again. Something's wrong.
Interesting. Alright, what happens? It's always annoying. Let me stream the tab.
I mean, did you actually wanted to change your spells because I think you had Flash of Genius is
prepared-
not a spell, is it?
Well, yeah, Flash of Genius isn't a spell, but wait, what the heck?
We just needed your Flash of Genius. To
I
just
know, but there are other like enhancement spells I should
Nameless.
have, right?
okay.
Nameless.
Yo, what's up?
Top. Don't tell people what to do with their character, please.
Just saying,
Oh.
if it's like a hassle
Oh.
or something.
I'm just saying, please don't, because that breaks immersion, and let the people do what they want. Even if it doesn't make sense, let them do what they want.
Just suggesting something. I never going to like tell people what to do or not.
So,
Just suggesting.
Nick,
Yeah.
these are 3rd level spells right here. So it's ending with wind wall. I'm gonna slowly scroll up.
Wait.
Do you want?
Your screen's loading for me. Hand. Let me refresh my
Oh.
page. 1 second.
I hate when that
Oh wait.
happens.
Okay. What the?
Okay.
Oh my gosh. This is.
Okay.
this is-
So here's the list of artificer spells of 3rd level.
It's loading.
Oh,
It's
oh, no.
loading. Okay. All right. See it.
Okay, good. So here, this on the right, the spells that you have. On the left, the spells that you can get.
What
Any of
happens if I use
these
the
look
spell magic
interesting.
on this thing? Have I tried?
Paladin already did it. Did nothing.
Ah, right. Yeah. Hmm.
I also
Uh,
already have it prepared.
What is protection from energy?
You can click on it and probably find out.
For the
you
duration,
think?
the willing creature you touch has resistance to acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage for up to 1 hour based on concentration.
Okay, that doesn't work then. What's intellect fortress?
You are one willing creature you see has resistance to psychic damage and has advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
That could be useful.
I'm not gonna say anything. Not
Take
gonna
it.
say anything.
Neither am I.
Okay, so intellect fort is that a third level spell?
It's a 3rd level spell.
Okay. Let me get rid of the second dispel magic because there's apparently 2 for some reason.
Oh, that's weird. So you want the intellect fortress, or do you want to keep looking?
I'll take intellect fortress for now, but I'll keep looking at the other ones too.
Well, I'll throw it into your character sheet, but I will mark it as unprepared. Okay.
How come I can't see it? Do I have to unclick prepared?
No, it takes a second.
Oh, there it is. Cool.
What's the
Yeah.
max amount of spells a paladin can have?
Spells for
Yeah,
paladins?
yeah.
Level 9?
A level 9 paladin.
No, not spell levels, like the actual spells, because I have like 34 spells prepared
Well,
right now.
That should not be a thing. Pick it up, paladin. At 9th level, you can have a maximum of.
That's
My
why
internet's
I'm
being a little
asking.
Like that
slow.
chart
Here
that
we are.
comes up when you like look at the class on like D&D Beyond or something. That says all of it.
That's why I'm asking. Like it's weird. Like I have like 34 spells prepared.
Like there's a table for all of the classes that have spell casting. It says spell slots per spell level. And then you go to your level on that and it should say.
Oh, there it is. You can prepare a number of paladin spells equal to your charisma modifier plus half your level rounded down.
So charisma modifier plus what?
Half your paladin level rounded down.
So
So
it's
you're 9.
plus
So right now
3.
plus 4. So 3 from charisma and then 4 from paladin. So you can prepare 7 spells a day.
7 spells a day. So it's
27 spells.
34 is a bit much.
You have to unprepare 27 of those spells.
Except for my cantrips. My cantrips are like,
Except for the cantrips.
yeah, okay.
Which you don't have. Paladins don't get cantrips.
I took like Sacred Warrior.
Oh, Blessed Warrior, yeah,
Yeah,
he'll get
Blessed
2
Warrior.
cleric ones. It's a very, very nice playing style. But anyways, Nick, any other ones? So you already, for now,
I'm still trying to look at it. The screen's being buggy.
oof.
Okay.
Sorry.
What's magic mouth?
Magic Mouth. Implant a message within an object in range. Choose an object you can see that isn't being worn or carried, then speak your message. And basically, it creates a pre-recorded message that activates to certain conditions.
Huh. Hey, could you scroll up a bit, please? Dang it, wait, is my screen frozen? And one sec, let me refresh my page, one sec.
Divine Smite is like it's like my class ability, right? It's not a spell.
It's a class feature.
Okay, that's good to know. Also, I have like spells that are always prepared. Are those like counted toward my 7 spells?
No, they're not. So the always prepared spells are specific to your. What? Actually, do paladins have always prepared spells? I guess they do. But yeah, they're based on your subclass, so you always have those prepared, and then you can have your additional, for now, 7,
So,
in addition to those always prepared ones.
cool.
So you have a little more option. Even though as a paladin, most of the time you're just smiting.
That's not wrong.
It's what they're made for. They're
Yeah.
paladins are rogues without the consistent damage because run out of slots eventually. Rogues just hit things.
Oh my god. I have to remove one more because I have like 8 now. I want Zone of Truth, Magic Weapon. Let's take Magic Weapon
Any of
out.
these look interesting, Nick?
I think Sanctuary. That seems like it might be good.
Sanctuary. You ward a creature within range against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature must make a wisdom save. If they fail it, they must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell entirely. The spell does not protect the warded creature from area of effect spells, and if the warded creature makes an attack, casts a spell that affects an enemy, or deals damage to another creature, the spell ends.
What if I use it as higher spell slots?
I mean, well, you can cast it at higher spells levels, it just won't do anything.
Oh, okay.
Also,
All right.
hold on.
So I'll add Sanctuary to my list.
GM, can you add like a command spell to my spell list? Because I think yes, I have deleted it on accident.
If you go to the plutonium importer, oh, actually, did you delete it or just unprepare it?
No, I deleted it
Boy,
from my
if
spell
you can go to
list.
the plutonium importer into the spell section, and then you can just type in command and find the spell.
Spell section.
Okay, so Nick, you did sanctuary. Any of these look interesting?
It's coming up. One sec.
I'm still gonna be available, but I'm gonna step away from the computer just for a little bit. If anyone, whenever we're finished with it, just type in the chat and I'll be able to see it because my screen's
Okay.
big. I
Thank you
swear
for
I'm
your
still
patience.
here, but
Thank you for your patience. Hopefully, this will become easier for everybody in the future.
KK, cool. No, all right.
Any of these look interesting?
It's loading.
Oh goodness. Probably on my end because I've been having some internet problems the last few weeks. It's driving me insane.
It might be me. I'm not sure. I'm
Question for the
squinting, but it
DM.
doesn't do anything.
Yes.
Can you bless alcohol?
To make holy water with the ceremony spell?
Yes. Not
Ooh, it
actually
says
like
water.
not actually holy water. Like, can I bless alcohol? Does something happen to alcohol when I bless it? Because
No.
it is liquid, and I was wondering what happens if I bless it.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Because it says very specifically
Yeah,
you
boil of
can
water.
touch a vial of water and it cause it to become holy water. There is no holy booze.
Is that like common knowledge?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean like in
It's holy
the
water. It's
pe-
not holy alcohol.
no, I mean people in the D&D, like the people that
Yes.
live in the game.
Yes.
Do they know that? Because okay,
Liquids are notoriously hard to enchant because liquid doesn't like holding enchantments. It just kind of doesn't work.
liquids or liquor.
Liquid, any liquid, insert liquid here. It just doesn't enchant. Now, there's an argument to be made about slimes because they're technically liquid. Those are different.
Um, Another question: if I cast haste, does that like decrease the time it takes for alcohol to ferment?
No.
Yes, nope.
Haste specifically mentions a creature that you touch.
A
Cast the
willing
spell.
creature that you can see within range until the spell rest doubled.
It would be pretty silly to cast a time-altering spell just to have more liquor.
I mean, because I
Yeah.
had what happened?
I was saying now, in theory, you can use magic during the different stages of liquor creation, distilling, brewing, all that stuff. It would change the overall flavor and possibly have a different effect, but you can't just directly enchant any form of liquid material. It just won't work.
Yeah, I asked about haste because somebody told in the Discord. I was talking about wanting to make a liquor company, and somebody told me about magic and such, it, and told me haste actually takes 1 year out of your lifespan every time you cast it, something like that.
That is not raw in any sense of the word, but it's fun.
So every time somebody cast haste, they burn through 1 year of their lifespan.
No. Um, there is a spell that actually messes with aging. I think there's only one spell, but it's an 8th level spell. Maybe ninth. Actually, yeah, I think there's an 8th and a ninth level spell that actually deal with aging. It's kind of it.
Yo, 9th level spells are stupid. And considering the in the role, in the lore of D&D, there are like 10 level spells, but you only can cast them with wish.
You can't cast 10th level spells in 5th edition because they were banned after 3rd edition, because 3rd edition, Forgotten Realms, the goddess of magic, got deleted by a very, very narcissistic archmage.
Yeah, I'm talking about that because 10 level spells were so powerful at some point, even in 3rd edition, that they said you can only cast them with something close to a wish spell.
Ha, found it.
Found
Okay.
9th level Time Ravage. Target fails a saving throw. It ages to the point where it only has 30 days to live before dying of old age.
wow.
And 8th level spell, I think.
Is it
But they're
reversible or is
immortal.
it like one of those spells that you can only reverse with wish?
Does that work on gods?
Gods don't age. They don't have an age.
Exactly.
You're not the god. I'm not the god.
I know, but we're gonna probably encounter gods.
I mean, I
Or a
mean,
paladin.
I mean, at some point, even if you like to cast it at someone, like a big bad evil guy, it it is he still has like 30 more days to live, so it doesn't win you the fight.
Hey Tarumbar,
Mm-hmm.
what is the difference between teleport and blink?
Is a spell in D&D?
They're both spells.
Teleport, you draw a circle, a magical formula on the ground or on a surface, and then it makes a small window where you step on it, and then it teleports you to any other general location or specific sigil that you are aware of and know. Anywhere in the same plane of existence. Blink is the end of your turns until the start of your next turn. You have a 50% chance, so you roll a d20. You have a 50% chance to no longer be on the material plane. Instead, you are on the ethereal plane. And then at the start of your turn, you come back. And then if you roll again, and if you roll high enough, you disappear. So basically, it means that as long as you roll, so you're no longer on the material plane, there are very few creatures officially in D&D that can affect the material plane, I mean, the ethereal plane from the material. So if you cast Blink and you're in the ethereal plane, you're literally untouchable.
Yo, that's stupid cool.
But it
Oh
also
my
means you
God.
can't do anything. Because when you're on the ethereal plane, you can't take reactions against something on the material plane. Because something on the material plane is a different dimension. So range goes out the window. So like if
Wait, so when you use blink on the ethereal plane, what happens again?
nothing. Because it specifically takes you to the ethereal plane.
Oh. Okay, well I think I'm good. I think I got enough boosting spells.
Alrighty. With that in
I'm here.
mind. Yay, welcome back. Alright. So now let's get to it. What you gonna do? Y'all just woke up. You fixed your spells. What are you gonna do?
I mean, we talked about it. We are going to do whatever we can to increase Mishuda's ability to open this thing.
Alright, give me just state what it is that you're doing to give Meshu all the pluses, all the numbers.
Hold on, I think I have less. Yeah, I have less.
So I got a question. Can I use both
Yes.
Sanctuary and Intellect Fortress at the same time, or do I have to use
They're
them one after the
both concentration spells.
Can I concentrate them both?
Nope, one at a time.
Okay.
Attack roll. Mix attack
Alright,
roll or
what
saving
about
throw
Flash
before
of
the spell ends.
what Flash of Genius? Is that just a perk? Like a
Anthony.
skill?
That's a class feature. You use it as a reaction whenever you or ally with or creature within 30 feet of you makes an ability check or saving throw.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna
Hold on. Sioda has to do your augment ability first.
right, yeah.
Figured out.
Yeah, so Seola, as everyone gets ready for the day and you see the other the other chunk of the party is staring intently at the orb in Meshuda's hands, what do you want to do?
Ciota would grab like it's like a pelt from the back of like a rat, and she'll
Ugh.
press it against Mashuda's arm
Yeah.
and cast enhance ability. Um, I think Fox's
You just
cunning.
put rat
So that's
poop on me?
it's
Pelt. The skin.
although Grano is also a valid spell component.
That's true. Guano. Just don't mention the guano, they won't notice until they smell it.
Mm.
So
Target has advantage on intelligence checks. Where is it? There you go.
Go ahead and roll it so we can. Oh, I'll be right back. I actually have to go check something. It's time.
The duel?
what was it that the DM asked you to do when you were trying to open it? Was it like intelligence check, or was it a sleight of hand?
Investigation, I thought.
I forget.
Yeah,
It
it
was?
was investigation. Investigation is like intelligence, right?
Yes.
Alright, here we go.
No, hold
Let's
on.
hope
You also have inspiration. Don't forget about your inspiration.
I'll use that if it comes to it.
I think you have to uh, declare it before you roll that you want to use inspiration. Ask the DM
I
about
do?
it. I do not know.
Yeah.
Ask the DM.
It's one of those things
We'll
that
wait till
there's
we'll wait till he comes back.
things.
I
Would
should
you
definitely use
roll
Intellect Fortress,
blessed
right?
into the chat, Luke?
What?
Roll what?
Click on blessed so that we can see the description of it in the chat thing.
I don't think bless is going to be really good here because it says when you make an attack, you have advantage.
You said you casted it, so I didn't know because I thought that was the case too, but I was willing to be wrong if I read the
It
description.
says you bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw. Before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the
You might want
number
to cast
rolled.
blessed on him anyway. I mean, you do whatever you want, but if you
I
cast
mean,
blessed on him anyway and something requires him to make a saving roll, it could come in handy.
it doesn't matter because I have like an aura around me that you can add +3 to all your saving throws as long as I am close by. So it
Does
does.
that stack plus?
No, it's just
Does stack.
It stacks.
it stacks.
If you don't want to use a spell slot, then that's whatever. But just for
It's first level.
Wait,
So
I
Yoda,
Sioda's
were you
casting
using-
enhance ability.
yeah,
That's
and I
yours?
cast
Fox is
bless
cunning. Blue is casting bless.
+3 from my
So I guess I'm
aura.
getting the fox's cunning. I guess. Right.
Bless. So go ahead and make an investigation check as you grab the orb and
Hold
your
on.
strange
What's the
companions.
inspiration? Does he have to declare this inspiration before he rolls, or can he do it after?
Do you have inspiration?
Yes, he has.
Yeah, you gave
Ascension
me one,
unless it
Kelly.
expires at the end of sessions.
Ah, yes. Okay. Do you want to use it? You can use it
Ooh.
before or after you make the roll, I guess.
I'll see after. Okay.
No. No. What do
No.
we mean? No. Okay. Whenever you want to use the inspiration, you can hold on to it. I'm not going to be mean and be like you have to use it before you make the roll, because otherwise that would be. Whew. No. Go ahead and use it if you want to. Make your investigation check.
Do you allow people to gift each other inspiration that they've earned or not?
Nah.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
26. Roll your bless die.
Oh yeah. I gotta
Hold
roll a
on.
D4,
Bless.
right?
It's like saving throws, or
Ability checks.
does it actually? Okay.
Oh, attack. Oh wait, attack
Guidance
roll or
is,
saving. You're right, because it's not guidance. Guidance is for the.
Yeah,
Never mind.
that's
So 26.
guidance.
Do you want to use an inspiration die on this roll?
It's 26 bit flash of genius.
you have advantage
This
as
is
well.
before.
Yeah, I'll use
And
my
you do.
flash of I won't use my inspiration, but I'll use my flash of genius.
Okay, so your intelligence modifier is plus what?
8, I think.
No, modifier.
Modifier, not saving
Oh, plus
throws.
4.
Intelligence modifier. Plus 4. Okay. So now with a plus 4, that brings your investigation total to 30.
That's
You want to use your inspiration die.
that's near impossible.
So if I use this, I'm not getting it back unless you give it to me again, right?
Yes.
Not unless you do something that either I find humorous or something that's pretty damn cool. Because that's how I've been trying to do it so far. Do you want to use it on this roll? Your current total is 30.
I say don't risk it.
Wait, use it?
What to do? What do you want to do? Do you want to use it or not? Without asking
I'm not-
anyone else, do you want to do it?
Well, how many times can I use Flash of Genius? Like, as many times as I want, right?
It's your intelligence modifier is a 4 plus 4, so you can use it 4 times per long rest.
Can you stack them all on the same roll?
It's once per roll.
Once per roll.
Okay.
So
You can use them 4 times a day. Do you want to use it?
I think I'll go with 30.
Lancer's 30.
what?
Actually, that holding this strange metallic orb in her hand, feeling the like an avatar kind of, or like in in those cartoons or animated series where you can see like the image of a fox in this case, spectral, hanging over Meshuda, kind of blessing its power onto her, helping sharpen her focus and her mind as she feels the gentle wrapping comfort of the bless spell in case she fails. And then in that moment where she's struggling and the sweat starts to pour despite the cool air of the Underdark, you use your flash of genius and you focus your mind again, and you think hard and you think of all the patterns you've gone through. You saw the way that Lou tried to open it twice, and you press buttons again and again, and you can all hear the of different buttons being pressed in an order that you have no idea what significance it could possibly hold, until finally
It opened, boys.
And the invisibility finally falls. And you can see in Meshula's hands is a golden orb covered in crisscrossing lines and dots, divots, buttons here and there. It doesn't look pretty, it doesn't look ugly, but it looks like a strange, almost golden ball. And as the color, as the invisibility fades and the ball comes into view, the lines and the circles, those lines around the shapes, slowly give off a darkish green radiance, almost sickly to look at, and they gently
Is this
glow.
actually Treasure Planet?
Yeah,
And
that's
then they
some Treasure
start,
Planet
different
shit.
buttons start to sink further in or press further out. There's a light humming sound in the back of all your heads as the interior of the caravan, of the wagon, goes dark. And you feel a pulse of magic. And with that pulse, you suddenly see motes of light surrounding you in different shapes start to resolve themselves into spheres and colors and mists of particles. And make a wisdom saving throw, all of you.
We got
What?
the effects of
Oh
bless.
gosh, I'm so glad I
You
cast
all
my
have
Intellect
blessed.
Fortress.
You all have bless. And Meshula, you do have advantage on the wisdom save because of Intellect Fortress. It is a very darn good spell. It's just not used very much.
Okay, so I just
Hold
clicked
on, did
Wisdom
you
save,
cast
right?
the fortress? Because I don't see you casting it.
Oh, I thought I did.
She didn't click it, but she did say she was going to take it and she was going to cast it. So I'll give
Okay.
I'll give her that
What was it? Wisdom saving throw?
wisdom save.
Also, you can all add another +3 to it because my blessing aura.
Oh, the bless still works. Okay, so let me roll another D4 then. Or wait.
No, aura of
Bless is a
protection.
D4.
I thought the what you roll is on the other thing on bless. I'll roll it, but it's a
Yeah, so yeah, you can click on the left side of the screen where the die is, you click it and you can click the D4 to add that
Whoa.
to your total. And because you're within 10 feet
Nice!
of Lu as a paladin, you also add 3. So, Sioda,
16.
15.
you have a 16.
No, I have
10
17.
plus 2 plus 3. Right. So, yeah, you have a 15. Eshula, you have a total of 26. And Lu, you have a total of 17. Absolutely incredible.
We all passed.
I got silver.
Absolutely
So
incredible.
I rolled a 2.
Did we all pass or something? Hold on, what's going on?
Lu
What?
and Sioda roll a d100.
Why?
What?
Meshuda, you, as the holder of the orb, and you cast your spells and you feel all this magic surrounding you, you're able to focus your mind. And as these constant orbs and mists and patterns start to form, you're suddenly struck with awe as you realize there is nothing like any of this in any book you have ever read in your entire life,
62.
except for one. You have seen one book, a very ancient book that you were never allowed near, that had a single page opened. And on that page was an image of this world. And right in front of you, in this dark space, light green and pale, slowly just there, an image of this world that you live in. And as you look at it and you realize that this must be a view of what some would call, romantics would call, the heavens, the things that exist outside of the confines of your planet. And as you look around and you see shapes and you can slowly start to piece together constellations that you can see in the night sky in those rare moments where the clouds part and you can see past the smog of the ashen wastes and you can see into the night, into what lies above. And then suddenly, for you and Siola and Lu, the map starts shaking and the images kind of fray at the edges. Going back to real life, when you have videos, right, of an old VHS tape, when the VHS tape is distorted or it's burnt and the image projected onto the screen starts stretching and distorting and fading and coloring, you can see that as the heavens in a specific direction start to twist and rip. And then you see a line, a vertical line, straight ahead. And you're all drawn towards it. So you're able to kind of pull away because of the sheer, again, all the protective magics, and you're able to kind of wrench your mind away from what you're looking at. And you look away just as Lou and Siotha, you get an image of this rip suddenly splintering open like glass broken too soon. And you watch as the appearance of both an eye and an infinite array of jagged spikes appears and sears itself into your mind as you both gain a level of insanity.
What is a level of
As
insanity?
you hear in your mind of a scream.
Damn, that was
wretched
good.
and evil, and you feel it, and you feel your mind. Every time you failed to open this orb, you felt like a sledgehammer. This is like a red hot poker skewering through every cell of your brain. As Nameless,
Don't
you
tell
find
me
yourself
that's
struck.
damage. Don't tell me that's damage because I have only 87.
You find yourself struck with fear, a terror that strikes to your very soul and shakes the foundation of even your faith to Bahamut. And you feel your mind become clouded, and it slowly begins to pass. But you can, for now, forevermore, at least the way it seems, in the back of your mind always, a pulsing terror just waiting to break out. So that as you stare into this maw that is also an eye, that is also a mouth that screeches into your brain, you can feel a familiar sensation almost of cold and coarse silk webbing as you instinctively try to retreat into your mind and you imagine home, a safe space, spiders and webs trying to cocoon around and protect you from what you're seeing. It's not fast enough, and you get a flash of a woman's voice, so you're not sure if it's your own or not, as you are struck. And as the image fades, you look around and everything seems quiet. Too quiet. And then with the last the orb stops glowing, the aura fades away, and everything returns to its proper colors.
What the
Wait a
fuck
second, what
was
did I
that?
see? What did
You
I
saw
see?
what
Did I
they
just see
saw.
constellations? I did.
You
Oh,
saw what
I
they
thought
saw.
some.
You pulled away at that last moment, breaking eye contact with the eye, maw, teeth, and you heard the scream, but it didn't affect you because with the magic you have, you actively pushed it out of your mind. But you could feel it like nails dragging against the sand, trying to break into your mind, but you push it away. But you watch as your two strange companions seem shaken. Lou actively paler than you've ever seen him before, a mild shake to his fingertips that wasn't there, and Siotha a look of mild confusion as she looks around.
I have two questions. Question number one: what is insanity? How does it work? And question
Feeling
Insanity,
insane.
or madness in Dungeons and Dragons, is an effect that alters some part of your character for anywhere from a few minutes to indefinitely, depending on the severity.
so when
Where
I
do
get
we mark it on our character sheets?
I think I'll add it later as like a surprise.
so
I feel.
I got one
I feel
level.
like
How
this is a good
much?
thing to remember.
When I get one level of insanity, how much does it affect my character?
For now, you don't seem to feel any different.
And question number 2 is that which part of Celestina, which part of the heaven got distorted when we were watching it?
The
Do I
direction you were
know?
looking.
Do I know
No,
which
this
god?
is like outside of the world. Oh, you mean what, like a specific entity?
Um, uh, if I want to know if I know which part of heaven was that. It was like any god I know, or is it just a part of somewhere?
You could
Do I do it?
try to
Right.
make a religion check because this isn't
Hold
not a
on,
stargazer.
hold on. Can I do my charisma save again? Because I have lucky. I forgot
Oh, go ahead and do your lucky roll.
for my
That's a
charisma.
good call. Go ahead and do your lucky for your Christmas save.
I thought it was
Ah,
the hunger.
hold on. Let me do my religion now.
Mm-hmm.
I keep forgetting about my lucky. Let me do another lucky. That's 12.
You have never encountered anything with that sort of imagery in any book. And honestly, anything that has that sort of negative effect that even now your mind feels like it's been, like an egg, beaten a bit too much to make an omelet. Anything like that would be so highly taboo that any records about it would probably be erased.
I just say, what the fuck was that? Did you guys see that?
Visibly shaken, I think, by that. And I don't know if it would do anything, but I think Siona would cast Greater Restoration on herself because she feels sick, like to the
Okay.
bone.
So cast Grid Restoration.
I feel like Mashuda would be like her eyes would be wide, but she'd have like a little tiny smile.
Oh wait, that's $100. I already cast it.
Greater Restoration is $100.
That's cheap, considering what it does.
I always forget like the ones that actually cost money. Here's my word. I'll tuck it down. There you go.
Okay.
I feel like Siona just had like a really shiny rock. She didn't know how much it actually was worth. It just kind of got poofed away.
Question for DM. Insanity, is it like a curse or is it like a status effect? A status
Is a
effect.
permanent effect that is not a curse. It goes like your actual being is altered in some way by whatever you just saw.
Is it reversible?
You have no idea. You just know that you feel it, and it's like when you focus your mind on that part of your brain, just like instinctively, suddenly you can feel it there, like a sickly pulsating heart. And it's just fear of whatever you saw, and you don't know why it's there. You just know that you have to keep it contained because it just being just thinking about it makes you feel sickly and afraid, and you feel the shakes come onto your hand. And you're a dwarf, you're a soldier. You're used to being strong and steadfast, and this brings about such an unknowable sensation of
Isn't
terror.
that literally his name?
I'm stone fast,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
it's,
actually
it's not
making me
fast.
sick to my stomach, and I am
It
ashamed
actively
of
has an effect on you.
myself. Yeah,
Yes, it is actively just you feel the change. You know it's different.
also,
You don't
what
know
about
why.
Alteron? Alteron,
Alteron wasn't here. I think he was
we,
like drunk, passed out.
we were in his caravan.
Oh no, he was.
He's gonna go insane.
Oh, yeah, did.
He went insane?
See what happens when he wakes up.
Oh boy. I mean, I think the reason
Ultron wakes
Mashuda
up.
resisted was because she was already partly insane.
Ultron wakes up because he was napping. He wakes up and he looks. He's around slowly. Who are you?
What?
Am I? He just looks around.
You're in your caravan. You're in hold of Kivan. No, the Anfras. I am Lou Stonefast. We met in the road a couple of days before. Don't you remember?
I. No, I. He kind of shakes his head. I was away from Leo. Wait, what? Where am I? Unference. I'm not in Unference. I'm not supposed to be there for another 2 weeks. Oh,
You lost a whole 2 week. Wow. And I will quickly explain everything that has happened until now. Everything, like the
No,
box,
hang on,
we
no, don't
sing.
explain everything. Don't explain everything.
I will explain everything, even you stealing the box.
Ugh.
make an insight check.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Inside check. That's a nat one. Lucky.
Okay. This is your third lucky point of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look into his eyes and they're unfocused. And as you start explaining, he doesn't seem to be buying anything that you're saying.
I will show him the box and Sioda.
He looks at the box. He looks at Sioda. He's got no recognition for her at all. He's just like, who are you? He goes over. You show him the box, and he looks at the box. He's just
Remember,
draws furrow.
this box supposed to be full of soul stones, but when we found it, my god kind of pointed me at the box. The box was shaking when when Mishuda brought it back. It wasn't soul stones. It was just shackles, and Sioda was in it.
He stumbles backwards and falls onto one of the steps. Again, and he looks around, and you see the recognition flit as he realizes he's in Anfaras. And he's, what? What?
Hey, calm down. It's okay. Something crazy just happened.
He throws his body over to the railing.
You just vomit.
He did. Oh. And you notice as he pulls up, you realize he's like very pale and his hands are shaking. And make a medicine check actually as you look at him.
Oh boy.
Medicine check. Actually, that's
I would have no way of knowing if this is the same situation I was in, would I?
No, you don't actually, because you woke up from unconsciousness in a box. He's just, yeah, Lou, you rolled terribly, but it's okay because it doesn't take a lot of medical knowledge to realize this man's having a panic attack right now as his hands are start shaking and he's.
Can I calm him down? Can I attempt to calm him
He chokes
down?
on his vomit. Go ahead and make a persuasion. I guess persuasion check to try to calm the man down. He's actively freaking out. He tries to swallow and he kind of
Come on! What the fuck is going on with my rolls now?
Beside himself. Actually, let me.
You have one more lucky.
No,
that was his third one.
He
used it on the wisdom save. He used it on the charisma save, and then he used it on the religion check, and then he used it on the insight check.
That was a fucking 1.
Yeah, no, he gets so worked up. You see his eyes, the pupils dilate really wide.
Hold on.
And then they roll up in the back of his head, and he passes out unconscious.
Before he does that, can I do lesser restoration?
You go ahead and do a lesser restoration, but he will fall unconscious regardless.
Then never mind.
Especially with lesser restoration. Right now, he's experiencing a panic attack. That doesn't cure panic attacks. That would cure the mild amount of hangover he's dealing with after the alcohol, which would make it be better. It wouldn't, fix it. He's kind of panicking.
We kind of need him.
Has no effect on the memory loss, or at least we would know.
There is a spell that does that. I have a feeling that actually, there is a spell that does that, which is calm emotions, but I don't think you have that right now.
Hold on. Can I wake him up?
Want to wake up a man that just
You-
passed out from a
yeah,
panic
you-
attack?
No, not
Probably
now.
better
Not now,
rest.
but
You can certainly do so when you want to.
so just
Um,
I will just pick him up and put him in his bed.
Yeah, he's a fairly heavy-set man, but you're also a paladin with a very high strength.
That's 19, yeah. So I was just put him in his bed, and I just turn around and look at Sioda and say, "What the fuck just happened?"
You shouldn't have fucked with that. And then Siota would also go over to Alterin, roll him on his side so that if he vomits in his sleep, he doesn't choke on.
Thank you. High wisdom saves the day. Hey,
What an anticlimactic way to end that character.
if you didn't have inspiration, I would have given you one for that because that is actually proper procedure for someone who's actively having a panic attack and vomiting.
He doesn't. She doesn't have inspiration.
I
Gave
do.
her one
got
last.
one
I gave her one last session because she got the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference.
Oh yeah, right.
You did? Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, the
She was
42,
one-
right.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
not
the
43.
42. Is it
Watch. I watched the video before the session started. Like I made sure to watch at least the last hour, so I remembered where everyone was. I'm like, yeah, I gave her inspiration because she got the nerd reference, and I would have given her one right now because she did the proper taking care of. Passed out individual who's been vomiting. Don't put them on their back or they'll choke on their
in
vomit.
that one medicine class in high school.
So what are we going to do now? Because did Mishuda, did you get anything from the orb? Because if we didn't get anything from the orb, the only lead we have is the auction, and with Ultron being like this, we cannot go to the auction.
If I
Well,
cast
let's
detect
see.
magic,
So I
has
pretty much
anything
just
changed
got
with
like
the
a
orb?
map to the stars, right?
I mean, in essence, yes. You had a very high intelligence check. Wisdom save. You recognize that's probably what that is. Yoda, what were you saying? If you cast detect magic, what?
Has anything changed with the orb? Has anything dispelled off of it, or
You want to cast dispel magic?
detect magic? Detect magic.
Detect magic. Do you want to cast detect magic?
I would, yeah, and I would look at
Okay.
the orb and see if it's still blinding.
Yeah, no. Now that it's been opened, it's still radiating magic, but all the Meshuda still has it. In Meshuda's hands, it's a lot dimmer, and you can actually see the shape of the orb itself. And even when you didn't cast it, like in that moment where you had normal sight, the invisibility is pretty much is gone. Like it's still kind of faint, but Meshuda's still holding onto it, and you can still kind of see. You can still see it. Strange, almost metallic material.
Is there any specific schools of magic that I can discern from it?
There is a whole heck ton of abjuration, enchantment, and transmutation magic. And let me double check all the schools to make sure I'm not missing anything.
Location of
As
the
per-
superficial
for-
Me and Sioda didn't
Yeah,
see it.
abjuration.
Or you could just mess with them.
There.
Observation
Okay, so
can be
abjuration, you recognize the illusion from the invisibility, and the enchantment and transmutation schools. There's a little bit. There's like a little bit of divination magic. That it's so faint, it actually takes you a while to actually see it.
Did me and Sioda actually saw anything of that map after or before
You did see,
madness?
and then your eyesight was drawn to giant, scary teeth eye in the sky.
Eldritch, biblically accurate angel.
Yeah.
Be not afraid. Be not afraid.
So I just look at Mishuda and tell him to just write down whatever he remembers, because she might forget about it.
Okay.
What are the odds that we just awoke something?
I am not sure if he awoke something, but I am pretty sure this is not just about somebody trying to kidnap you. It's really, really bigger than that. and we
So
have
when
to.
I woke up in that box, I didn't remember anything, and now Altman doesn't remember anything.
Well, he remembers almost nothing.
He doesn't remember the past, what, 2-3 weeks?
He has lost
like
about.
a week, I think.
He
Like, I
has.
remember my childhood, but I don't remember how I got in the box. I don't remember anything.
He
Do
told
I
me.
have an idea of what the last, like, what the time span is of my memory when it was cut off?
You mean, so are you referring to like before the box?
Yeah, what he.
Yeah, before the box, because I know I don't remember how I got in that box, but do I have
You
an idea of how many days have passed in that gap of
make
memory?
it. Oh, how many days have passed? I guess make a history check just to remember like as much as you can.
Can't cast guidance on myself, can I?
Yes, you can actually.
I would do that.
Hold on. What was the DC of the orb?
Terrible. DC was 30.
So 19.
So we just met it.
Yeah. There's a very nice item in Dungeons and Dragons called an Infernal Puzzle Box, which has the same stats. It's a DC 30 to open. Deals a shit ton of damage if you fail. It's on that. Very handy.
But we just used the Treasure Planet box because.
You use the Treasure Planet Orb, except the Treasure Planet Orb.
Yeah,
Very
it was a
painful.
treasure planet orb, but it was fucking evil.
Well, technically, it was very, very divine.
There
was
are
very
evil,
painful.
the evil gods. So, yeah,
That doesn't
Yeah.
make them not divine, though. They're still divine. Lolth is
So-
still a divine god.
yeah, but he's
So
evil.
basically,
She's evil.
Yeah, but it's divine. Divine does not necessarily mean good, but it's divine.
Basically, we are
Yeah, but
messing with gods.
So
Or-
can someone like explain to me what exactly we just saw? Because I remember like the. I'm kind of tired right now. Like I'm not going to sleep tired, but you know.
Basically, me and Sioda saw a monster, and you saw like a kind of like a treasure map, and I told you to write it down.
Okay, so did I write it down?
Sure, if you want to. Actually, Meshu, in that moment, if you're still holding onto the orb, like in those moments after it fades away, you hold it, and the pleasant thrum is gone. In fact, for you, to you right now, it actually feels inert. Like you can actually like as you look at it, you can almost see in your mind's eye the proper like sequence of buttons to press. Seems like you can open it without any issue now that you can. It's almost like being able to see the thing you've been messing with is actually easier.
Wait, so I can just do this more often. So wait, can I do it again?
Do you want to?
Yes.
You all watch as
No.
Hang on, no.
star
No,
map.
no, they're all
appears.
outside. They're all outside. I'm gonna close the caravan door and just do it again.
So they're still inside with you.
I am inside too
Uh,
because I
the star
put
map appears. There is no eye. Eye is gone.
So
Thank
is this
fucking
map
God.
like in this map in the stars or?
Looks like.
And Mashuda never saw that eye, right? Or did she get a glimpse of it?
I think I got like a
She-
slight glimpse of the hunger.
She
If it-
saw
if it
the
is the
rip.
hunger.
She saw the rip, the line. She felt that pull, and she looked away really quickly right before it split open.
So she never saw the eye.
no.
Nope,
Okay.
not directly.
So is it like that thing from Street Fighter? Is it like the hunger? What is this thing?
Look up
Street-
biblically accurate angels on Google Images.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So this map is in the stars. Like I need to be in the stars to follow this, right? Or would I
It
need to be
looks
on?
like. It doesn't look like a. Yeah, I guess you would call it that because it shows different celestial bodies. The stars that you recognized in the night sky, because again, as a UNT, you can go above ground without worrying about poison. So you do occasionally.
So
catch
in
glimpses
order
of
to
the
follow
stars.
this map, we need to go above ground.
Not exactly.
Stop
You,
existing when you go below.
you
ground.
don't know why. You don't know what it is. You just know that it is a map, or at least it shows where you are. where your world is and where other things are in relation to it. I mean, honestly, as an artificer in an intelligence class, like this sort of thing would probably be an amazing set piece for a museum to teach people. Like, if you wanted to go that far, right? Just out of character, just be out of character for a minute. This would be like a perfect set piece for a museum. You ever been to a planetarium?
Basically,
like,
yeah, I wanted to say it's like a
huge
planetarium.
projection of the universe around you, and like you're sitting down and you can see the span. That's what it's like. Like it's that sensation of like, oh, this is what it is. You can see it
Yeah,
sprawling
but
out.
again, like if it's like something like that this gang put in there, and they're gonna like if I'm teaching it in a museum, they'd be like, okay, nobody move, we're taking that thing.
I'm kind of lost. I didn't got what you said.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, so can I copy down this map because I can't physically see it right now?
Actually, we don't need because every time we open it, it shows the map again, right?
And Mitsuda opens it.
Now
Huh?
takes an action to open, and Meshuda can open it freely. No one takes an action for Meshuda to open it. Do you want to try to open it?
Me, I
I
don't want to
mean-
try it.
Nope, I'm not touching it because
Okay,
me and
so
what actually the question what happened with the greater restoration? Did it like cure Sioda?
No.
I
None
think
of you
it
have actually. None of you have been talking in character,
Yeah.
which is the best part. Try talking in character, guys.
But we did speak in character for a little bit when
we did,
Alterin
yeah.
Alterin was sick. Lou asked me a question. Um,
Oh,
My-
I'm sorry.
I
You're
think
right.
I said I think we awakened
Did you?
something. In
Go
turn,
ahead and
Alterin-
make a perception check.
I me
Okay, this is something
Yeah.
in character.
You,
Me.
I'm like, I feel like
You
Machuda's
realize-
like kind of slightly
you-
happy.
you recognize sounds and you can see facial movements. You realize you actually have to strain to hear people, like actively struggling to understand what's being said, especially when they're not looking at you. You realize that you're having a lot of trouble hearing. The Greater Restoration, I rolled a D100 for. You suffer from partial deafness.
Ooh.
What about me?
Thank God that you rolled really high. Oh, you got something different because you rolled differently.
I
You'll
rolled
find
the
out eventually.
89. I rolled the 89.
Yes, that's that.
Can somebody
different
explain to me how the D100 works? The higher it is it better or is it bad?
It completely
just different
depends on the
effects.
chart that we don't have access to.
Yep, there are several different official charts, and then there's a chart I'm using, and then there's a bunch of official charts.
It's completely outside of our realm of knowledge. It's up to the DM.
Different ranges, different results on the die. There's a certain range of effects you can have. You landed in a different range of effects than Sioda did.
So I have no idea what's going on. So yeah, fantastic. I will look at Sioda and Mishuda and just say, what are we going to do now? Are we going to go hunt the snail flays or what? Because I need to
Pretend like this didn't
I
happen?
need to have like some sort of control back because I'm going mad right now.
Okay, so hey Turumbar, so can I see where this map leads in relation to where I am right now?
No, this is like out of the world. Like there's no place where you are in the Ashen Wastes that could actually like yes, here's where everything is. It just shows you where everything is. It just shows you where the world is. It shows you where stars are in relation to it.
Also,
Is
did
there any
I
is there any marked point on the map?
It's just a visual image of what this world looks like on the outside.
Nice. Okay.
it was just our world or was it also other worlds? Because you said something about heaven.
Yeah. Well, the heavens, because
Like Mount Celestina.
no, not the cosmology, like the physical universe where you're in. Meshuda was able to see this world.
And
Different
if there was
worlds.
Celestina, there's no saying if Mishida would even be able to recognize it without religion.
No, I
But you
wanted
do see.
because I am a paladin. Because I wanted to see if
But you can't see the map.
So he
Unless
did
you
see
are
the map because all three of you saw it at the same time. This isn't okay. So there's so in D&D there's a cosmology, right? So there's the material plane, and on the cosmology you can see the different planes ranging from lawful to neutral to chaotic, good to neutral to evil, and they're arrayed in a wheel in an artistic representation. You cannot physically see them. You cannot physically travel to them because each one is essentially an infinite universe of its own. So they're connected through magic and faith and dreams and all sorts of different stuff.
Okay.
But you cannot physically view Mount Celestina in the material plane. You have to use magic, very powerful magic actually, to actually teleport between planes.
Hmm.
it's just confusing me.
It's
So what
confusing.
if?
For dimension.
So what happens if I try blinking with this thing?
And I guess blink while you have the map open.
Um. I guess so. Yeah.
Cast the blink spell.
Okay. Okay, so I just click it, right?
Yeah.
No, I clicked the. There we go. Cast spell. Did it work?
On a roll 11 or higher, you vanish from your current plane. So okay. So it takes an action to cast. So what happens is Meshula starts casting a spell while holding the orb, and you look at her, and then she blinks out of existence. And then 6 seconds later, she returns to existence, and then she starts opening the orb, and the same star map appears, and then the orb, and the star map disappear.
Can I wait for her to
Wait,
come
shoot, am I
back?
gone?
Yeah, blink literally takes you to the ethereal plane. So Meshula, when you're on the material plane, it's like a sensation of weightlessness. You can see where you are, well, where you were. The caravan, Alteron, you can see Sioda and Lu kind of just in there looking at where you were. And at the same time, you see the orb in your hand, and you see the star map. And at the same time, you also see like a sheen of lightish blue, like you're underwater, but you can breathe, but you're not breathing because you're floating, and you feel it's like a sensation of weightlessness. And you look around, and there's a waver in the star map projection, not a tearing, not a ripping or contorting, but it trembles like ripples on a lake when a stone is dropped in. Just slowly rippling. And you can see farther. Make an intelligence check as you see farther, and you can actually see beyond the planet and the nearest star, which the sun that provides light to this planet, and the moon that orbits it, and the other planets in orbit around the sun. Make your intelligence check.
Is my intellect fortress still active?
Yes. Wait, is blink concentration? Oh, it is not concentration. So yes, intellect fortress is still active. So make your
So you said
intelligence
intelligence check.
Not a saving throw,
Okay.
just a check. Make your intelligence check as you look around and you can see past the solar system. You can see past the mist and stars.
Don't
You
forget
look
about.
farther
Don't
and
forget.
beyond, and you see infinite arrays of other worlds and infinite arrays of lights and stars and structures and smoke and mist. And then you see motion. The far left corner of your eye, and you look over and you see a shape almost humanoid. It's very bulky. And it kind of moves towards you slowly, like gliding through mist. And in those 6 seconds where you're still on the ethereal plane, you look over and you see the star map waver, and you start seeing this massive shape, grayish, almost rocky skin, pincers in hands, and a large mouth, and a single massive eye. As it gets closer and closer, and you realize that this thing is easily 100, 200 times your own size. As it gets closer, and you can see the eye burning red, and then you blink back into existence.
Wait, was
I
that
just
real?
go
Like, was
and
that coming
take.
at me, or
And
was
then
that
in
part of the
another,
map?
and then 6 seconds later, when you expect to be teleported back to the ethereal plane, you don't. And you
What?
know the spell is still active. You're actively tapped out. You feel a moment where like your body wants, where the spell wants to pull you into the ethereal plane. It's like slipping on. Have you ever seen the labyrinth?
No.
Never mind. But it's like there's a layer, and the blink spell peels back the layer and wraps it over you gently to put you into the ethereal plane. You feel it try to pull you in, but it can't. Like a wire that's been cut slack. And you kind of, it's like an uncomfortable feeling, like in your navel that wants to pull you. It just can't. Every time it tries, and you almost feel that sinking feeling of the ethereal plane, it stops suddenly, and you don't know why.
I want to take the orb from
Until after
Mishida.
a minute ends.
Wait a
Take the
second, hang
orb.
on.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Huh.
So, was that thing coming at me? Was that part of the orb, or was that actually coming at me?
You don't know. It just blends together. The ethereal plane itself is a very bizarre state of existence. It's not a place. The
So,
ethereal plane is its own separate space, and you don't. No one really knows what it is because there really is no literature. Because no one really goes there. How do you get to a place, stay there, when it's so alien? Like everyone knows about Mount Celestina. Oh yeah, it's the home of Bahamut. And faith leads you there. The ethereal plane just kind of exists outside and around everything. It's like a each individual plane of existence is its own universe, its own bubble. The ethereal plane is like the ocean that it resides in, just there. Nothing lives there in theory. There is no domain, but it exists.
hmm. Okay, so
So what do
my
I
blink
need
spell's still
to
active, and I can't go back to the ethereal plane. Is what you're saying?
before
Nope.
before before she does anything? I want to take the orb from her. What do I need?
If you grab the orb, in the moment where you grab it, pick it up, feel the light hum at your fingertips of magic, and the orb turns invisible in your hand again.
Wait, what?
You idiot.
The orb's invisible in your hand.
I
It takes
will
the
I will
opportunity to
take
cast
the
spells.
Mishuda's. I will take
Yeah.
Mishuda's hand and just put it in his hand. Put it in her hand. What happens? Does it turn
The
visible?
orb becomes visible.
Oh fuck! Do I? Now we have to leave the fucking orb with this motherfucker
Yep.
and just toss it to them. To her.
It's invisible as it arcs through the air until it kind of impacts on Mishu's body, and then it becomes visible again at that point of contact.
Don't do anything crazy with it. We did something and it made us all mad. Don't try to go to ethereal plane with it. Don't do anything with it. It's dangerous. Just don't do anything with it.
We don't know how dangerous it is.
We are if we
For
if
now.
if we
It tried
already
to kill you multiple times. Can I see it for just like 6 seconds?
You want to touch the orb?
Yeah.
All right.
Sienna would take it.
And no, I toss
Maybe-
it to her.
Okay. She would
It's
catch it, I
invisible.
hope.
It's invisible in the air, and you're just like, ah! And you do it kind of hits you in the chest a little bit, and you're able to grab it Still invisible.
I would start to cast Stone Shape to create a box of 1 foot thickness around the circumference of it. If I
Very
can.
smart. Roll the spell?
I did.
Oh, you did. Stone object is medium size or smaller, or a section of stone. Form it into any shape that suits your perfect. Yeah, that is
Can I
the
choose
that
the-
is a usage.
And can I not give it the hinges or latch? So it's just like a box
A box.
without a lid.
It's a cube. It's a hollow
A
cube,
cube.
like the one you
Made
were
it
in
a
almost.
cube now.
Yeah, specifically a foot thick to protect it from divination magic.
That's a pretty massive box of rock. Yeah, you make a
I
a
don't
nice
have a
little
better
encasement. You encase it in a foot of stone on all sides. And now it's just a massive rock box.
Look at Sioda and say, nice thinking. I didn't want to give the orb to her because she is too curious for her own good. So, but do you want to carry
No, I'm
that,
not.
or do you want me to carry that for you?
I want to bury
None
this
of you can
somewhere.
see it.
I don't think that this was for us.
Hold on, what was it? I didn't hear anything. What do you want to do with it?
I would bury this somewhere. I don't
Bury
think
it?
that this has any good to come from it.
We already opened it, because if we have done anything that can harm us or other people, we have to fix it, because that's our responsibility
How?
now.
There's no leads with this.
I think it was a map. I look at Mishuda and say, the stars looked weird to you, but that it was a map, right? I'm asking
Yes,
Mishuda.
it was a map of. Yes, it was a map of sorts.
Did it
But
lead anywhere?
considering we are
Or is it
we are
just a map?
underground, we cannot use it.
Also, I do not want to leave it somewhere that somebody can just dig it up. I mean,
Exactly. Yeah.
I am okay with it being in the box, but I am not okay with leaving it unsupervised. I think we should keep it in the box for now and keep it with us, because if we have messed something up, we have to fix it. And we have 2 leads now. One of the leads is the auction that you were supposed to be in, which we need.
Connect to this if you want to fix this.
But
Do you think those 2 things are connected?
yes,
The
because
auction and
they
the
were at
sword?
the same place. You were the Ultron lost his personal items and his soul stones. You replaced his soul stones and this orb and stuff that isn't even supposed to exist in this plane. Uh, Replaced his personal stuff. The eggs we recovered. They are phase spider eggs. They are not supposed to even exist in this plane. Something is not right here.
So let's like find a volcano or something and put this in there. There's no
Come on,
point for
Mordor.
this. All I know about this thing
What if?
is that
But
it hurts people and
yes,
that it
yes.
has taken away a part of Alteran's and my own possibly. I don't remember. It's taken away a part of us. And I
It
don't
has
trust
affected
that.
me too. I suppose
How?
you saw what happened, what came out of the rip.
Mashuda seems fine.
Mishuda, did you see the eye and the spikes?
Oh, I saw something.
So she didn't look at it. Me and you, we looked at it, and we
Well,
are.
actually, technically, I did see it in the ethereal plane. But should I tell them that? Like,
Was that
You need
creature
to.
the same thing that you saw in the ethereal plane, or was it
Well, she
another?
hasn't told you about the ethereal plane thing yet. You just know that she's actively confused why the blink spell stopped working, even though it's still going.
And me and Sioda are just arguing.
Can I
So
try opening the orb again?
The
I
orb
didn't
is in the
know.
box. You cannot access it now.
Yeah, it's in the stone box.
I thought-
Hee.
I thought the orb was the box.
No, it's
No, no,
in
no.
the box.
She put the orb in a box. What's in the box?
Oh.
The orb's in the box.
It's not
Can
a
I get
dick
the
in a
orb?
box anymore. It's an orb in the box. I mean, if at some point we come across somewhere that, like that creature, if that creature comes to our plane and we have to seal it away and we need the orb, what then? And we don't know if we throw it in a active volcano is going to destroy it. I say we keep it for now and we come up with a plan to go into the auction. I can get us into the auction, but we need something to sell. I am nobility. I can get us into the auction, but we need something that is at least as valuable as soul stones, and we need cooperation from Alter.
Who doesn't remember anything about this?
I can. We have told him, and he does, but he doesn't believe us. But I can convince him with the zone of truth spell.
That doesn't return what he lost.
Okay, I got a question. So why don't we just so I grabbed the orb. So why don't we
It's in
just
a box.
In a box,
I know,
It's completely encased in stone.
and
know,
that's
so
heavy.
I grab it out of the box.
It's not a box. It's like a cube. There's no lid to it
It's
specifically. I
not
put no
you.
lid on it.
You have to break the box to get to the door.
You'll have to dig through a foot
Okay,
of
all
stone
right. So
or
I put
cast
okay. So
stones.
I lean on the box that the orb is in. I said, why don't we just find out where this thing came from? We it somehow got to us in Kavan. Why don't we just go back there?
Because that trail is cold, but we know where the box and the orb were supposed to go.
Well, if our merchant friend thinks that he was supposed to be in Kavan anyways, why not just go back there?
Because we don't have
People
any leads
expecting him
there.
in Chikon? Chikon? What's it?
Chikon
Qi Gong.
gone.
People are expecting him in Chikon. And that trail was what, 2 weeks old?
About 10
And it takes
days.
us over a week to get back there.
So it makes
By
it about
the
2
time we get
weeks
back there, it's
go.
gonna be like what? Oh, yeah. So by the time we get back there, a month would have passed. Do you think anything that we could learn from that would still be there? If it was a person, they would have moved on by now.
We have to go to the
Uh,
Chigon and the auction and find out what's going on in the auction. Maybe we find someone in there that knows something about the orb or whatever was supposed to happen to the Ultron. But like I said, we need to go hunting for something that is as equal as soul stones.
Let's go hunt for
I
those snail thingies.
I am connected to the orb now for better or worse. So I'm going to see this to the end. I don't know about you guys. Also, my god was kind
Yeah,
of
right.
like interested in this.
Your god didn't point you to Alteran's caravan, did it?
Pointed him to like
No,
the box with you in it.
it pointed me at the box with you in it. I was praying and it pointed me to the box that you were in it. How did you get out, by the way?
I turned into a spider.
When?
Sat
Ben,
down beside her.
before
Frightened Miss Muffet
Yeah,
away.
doesn't make much sense
Be-
because I
When I
detected.
woke up, and I tried to cast a few other things, and I couldn't really move that well. And I turned into a spider a lot, so it was a little bit easier. And then I just crawled out through the holes.
so it
There were
was
holes in
before.
it? I could have used the holes.
Yeah, it was
Hey, there
Not
were
for
holes. I
that.
told you from the beginning there were little holes in. Because, like, I told you it was almost like, just to let air flow.
for someone.
Yeah, he
Or just
specifically
small.
likened it for airflow
Oh
through
my
like
gosh! I could have
produce.
just Eldritch Cannon through the holes.
We already like went through that. You could have just peeked through it, and you were like, "Oh yeah, you could have done it."
So,
Peeking through the little holes.
you were in it. That alone is reason enough for me to go and see what happened. in what's going to happen in that auction, because if someone takes away another creature's freedom, it pisses me off. Not only they took away your freedom, they wanted to take away the Ultron's freedom too, and now this, I consider me invested in this.
If we set something free, then that sounds like it's right up your alley. Then
I'm just sitting on the
I'm
box.
not
at this
if
point.
somebody
if this orb kept something inside of this.
uh, if so, look, I'm a paladin of the behemoth. I know there are some things that don't deserve their freedom and have to be killed or locked up if we can't kill them. Creatures that harm others, those creatures that have committed crimes, they have to pay for their crimes by
You
losing their
know about
freedom.
me.
But
You don't know anything about me. You don't know if I fall into that category.
I mean, you don't look criminal to me, and I am giving you the benefit of the doubt. But if you are anything like our friend here, and I point at Mishuda, I will throw you in the prison myself, and I will take away your freedom myself. And Mishuda is going to pay for her crimes at some point.
What's your alignment again?
He's chaotic neutral, right?
Like,
Yeah, that fits the bill.
that was chaotic good.
Nope.
No,
not
I'm
anymore.
chaotic good. Nameless is chaotic neutral.
I'm chaotic neutral as fuck, boys.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that'll do it.
I mean, she
I look at
attacked
Kyoto
me.
and,
She stole a box, and in the process of stealing the box, she attacked me. She is under my
and
custody
also
for
in the pro-
now, but at
also
some
in the
point,
process of stealing the box, I proved a crime and saved an innocent life.
but innocent
You're
life.
welcome.
You didn't have
This
to steal the box to do that.
this
girl, I
is
point
the
at Kyoto.
epitome. This is the epitome of two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah, exactly what my character was wanted to say. Also, I want to say my accent. I
But
kind
my
of
wrong did make a right because I proved
Did-
that
You
there's
didn't
something
have to
fishy
steal the
going on
box
here.
to do it.
Yes, I did. Someone had to open that thing.
I
You
love
don't have to
this.
If
steal
I
a box
opened
to
if
open
I opened it in front of there though, they would have killed me.
Make a perception check.
who.
You.
Also, I want to say that the accent I have is my character's accent, because he has done. He only speaks dwarfish, so when he wants to speak common, he has an
Make a perception
accent.
check.
This is not going good. Meshuda,
Huh?
perception check.
Fails
I
it.
thought
Failed
you
it in
meant
character.
nameless.
It's both. I was nameless, and now it's you. The other currently is having trouble hearing.
Mm,
Aw.
Oh,
actually,
I would be the best one at perception.
I know, but right now
I
you're
know,
having
but
trouble
I'm deaf.
hearing.
Yeah.
mine was
Aw.
actually
Well,
11.
actually, hold on. You cast Greater Restoration, right?
Yeah, the one that costs $100.
Okay, yeah, for that, I'll let you. Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. For a reason that I will tell you soon. Perception.
Thank you.
Finally!
Hey, your ears are muffled. Everything's muffled. And Lou is yelling in your face, and he's just a little bit taller than you are, and it's just annoying at this point. Then you think you hear the sound of people screaming in the background, and you're just like, I must be going crazy. And then the screaming gets louder. And you're like, I must be going crazy. Then you look out the window at the open door, and you realize there's people running around screaming their heads off. And then the rest of you realize there's people screaming.
I immediately did go out and to see what's going on.
I just look out the door.
First, you don't see anything, which is very bizarre because people are losing their shit. And then you realize they're losing their shit in a very specific direction, actively running away from the city hall, and you see the city hall itself I mean, you kind of have to go through a couple blocks, but you know the direction of it, Lou, because you've been there. It's currently flaming.
Which thing?
City
The
Hall.
city hall.
Oh, that's in the chat, man.
I just go in and try to find anyone that is alive and just get them out.
Yes, people are actively running toward the entrance to Anferas Hold. And as you make your way closer to the heart of this, is anyone following, by the way?
Hang on. How heavy is this box?
It's literally 500 pounds. You had to roll a 18
No,
or higher on a
the-
strength check.
The
Oh, the
box
box.
with the
It's
ordinance?
the oh my god! Why did you make it a box?
The orb itself weighs like 2 pounds. It's a foot of stone, so it it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ish feet of actual stone. So it's probably gonna weigh like I want to say 30 to 40 pounds because it's a 2-foot high box.
Forget about the Ashwalkers. We are guardians of the box.
Alright, I'm just gonna carry this thing.
Cool.
And yeah, I'm gonna follow Lou.
You head towards the sound of people screaming. Incredible. Head
See-
over.
Theodore would have wild shaped into a giant spider.
Very nice. Massive spider incoming.
Can I jump
You're-
on her?
You're gonna make the panic worse.
Say Lavi.
Can I jump on her? I want to ride her.
You could. I'm a
Your
large
attempts
beast.
to mount.
I am
How
a
do I-
large beast.
How do I do that?
Well, ask for
I'm a
consent.
I am a willing large.
The massive spider kind of like the moorbounders lowers its front few pairs of legs so enough that you can actually climb onto it, and you sit on this massive spider, and you kind of have your fox on your lap, and you have one hand on the spider as it pushes after Lou as they head deep into the heart of Anferas Hold.
Also, did I where was my steed? If my steed was close by to Altron's caravan, I like to mount my steed and then go to the
I forgot you had a steed. Sure, you have a giant wolf.
Yeah, I have a wolf. I have a
Amazing.
celestial
Wolf?
make wolf.
Woof.
Woof, woof.
Woof. You rush. Well, you rush forward. The spider, surprisingly, is able to keep up mostly with your mount, mostly because your mount is being impeded by the sheer amount of people, and the spider is just chilling on rooftops and crawling along walls like no tomorrow. Meshuda is just holding onto the box and making sure not to fall off when the spider goes nearly vertical.
I'm having a blast.
Whee! And you keep crawling and you realize the city hall is on flame. It's on fire. There are flames and smoke
It's on
spouting out
flame.
of it. It is on flame. Flambe. And you hear sounds of yelling and rage. And you can hear a weird grating sound like metal on metal. Like, specifically, like metal being rent apart. It's a harsh screech, and it is highly unpleasant. You eventually make your way
Make him away.
downtown.
Make my way downtown, walking fast, faces fast, and I'm home now.
I resisted saying that for 5 fucking sessions. I couldn't hold on any longer.
I know. It's okay. We've all been there.
Make him away.
Picture of Theodore's spider form in the chat.
Spider form is just jazzing it up.
I
By the way, have you guys seen the announcement for Vox Machina's anime? That's
Oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
we were,
it's for the
we were
Amazon
talking about it
Prime
earlier.
thing?
Yeah,
yeah.
Soon and soon and
so-
soon.
I'm so excited.
I saw the bit they did the live reading for. That was
Oh
awesome.
my gosh, the live reading was great.
I haven't seen
Uh,
the live reading.
Yeah, like the
Bye-bye.
Grog just cuts the
Vax is
guy's hand.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Grog just cuts the dude's hand and just say he's willing to give you a hand.
I love how dumb Grog is, though.
Yeah, it's Grog.
But he has a
I love
he,
the contrast for how stupid Grog is, but Travis is probably one of the smartest like players.
I know, right? Like
yeah,
I love
Amazing.
Travis more as
Ford.
Fjord. Yeah.
I like
Ford.
Grog a
Ford.
little bit
No,
more,
it's Fjord.
but
It's
You've seen how it's spelled.
it's spelled
Seen how it's spelled.
Fjord, but is
He
pronounced
says
Ford.
it. Ford.
yeah.
Actually, that's kind of like a joke that he saw a
It is
horse.
a joke.
No,
Because for the second time in a row, he's played a low int character.
no.
But I feel like Ford is a lot smarter than Grog, though.
Oh no, Ford is obviously smarter than Grog, but
Grog
Ford
had
is
like
not
a
wizard.
5 or a 6 for intelligence.
I feel like the dumbest character
I
in
think
like
Grog
the
was
Mighty
an 8.
Nine is probably
I
not.
think I broke this. This is depressing. Let me restart this. There we go.
I
I'm gonna
meant
remake this whole thing.
I was talking about the joke that the Ford made. I do not remember what episode was it, but
And Poobah.
he saw a horse and he said, "I have to ask, is it a Mustang?"
I remember that.
Yeah, that was
The
awesome.
Ford Mustang.
That is not the image. Oh my god. Why does it do this to me? I hate it.
I feel like I like Laura more as Jester than I do as her as Vexalia. Like I feel like they're both pretty good, but I just love how cutesy like Jester is.
There we go. It finally
Really
works.
cute.
Sorry everybody for the
But I
delay.
think Vexalia was a little bit more sophisticated. They were just completely different characters. I wouldn't really
Yeah.
compare the two. I
Although
like
Townsend always
Vexalia
plays
because
like
I've
the
known her
classy type
longer.
of character. I
Mhm.
feel like.
I love all the characters of what his name? What is her name? Uh, who played the cleric in the first game? The non-cleric.
Who played who?
Johnson,
Huh?
Ashley Johnson.
Yeah, Ashley
was,
Johnson.
Pike.
Like the
Wait, I thought
cleric.
Pike was
Amazing
Sam.
character.
I love both his
No.
Sam
characters.
was Ganlon.
Scanlan, short halt,
They're both gnomes.
the bard who enjoyed barding.
Actually, I think they got together, right?
Oh. Well, I
No
forgot.
spoilers, but
Galen is Sam.
No spoiler.
Um.
Okay, now hold on. Before we start going into the critical role hole,
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Pike
We are
is Sam's
already
actual
there,
character.
my
I
friend.
always confuse them.
We are
Okay,
already
yeah.
there.
Let's get back. Let's get back to the game.
the hole.
We are
Already in the
already in
hole.
there. Fire
Let
in the
me
hole.
finish. Okay. I can throw you in here now. All right. You rush forward, and you find yourselves in this. Can you see the map?
Yes.
Whoa. What
Thank the
is
Lord.
this?
You find yourself. This is the section right in front of the city hall, and the city hall's actually on this side of the map. It's just in flames right now. It's in flames, so you can't see it at this very moment. And I'm trying to get these images uploaded. Please work. Please work. Please work. I think it's working. It worked. Awesome. You look ahead and you. Actually, let me double check to make sure I didn't make this map too big. It's pretty massive. It's only 140 feet across from one end to the other. 150. So yeah.
no.
You actually don't see because you have a specific vision range, don't you? That's right. So this is what you see.
Yeah.
You can see the city hall at the far end of the map is currently in flames.
So I cast. Can I cast haste on myself?
Yes, you may.
I will cast
And
haste.
it affects your mount as well, which is very nice.
So I have like 75 right now.
Why am I so zoomed in on the map? I can't zoom out right now.
Use your scroll button.
Did I cast it twice? Yeah, I cast it twice. I will give back my one to
Yep.
myself.
Yourself back
Yeah.
a spell
So,
slot.
so
Yeah.
we're right in front of City Hall.
You're on the opposite end of the street from City Hall.
What
Okay.
was
So-
my mount's movement? 35?
It's a wolf, right?
Yes.
Wolf has a movement speed of, I think it's 40 feet. So with haste, it's able to move 80 feet in a round before dashing.
Okay. Then I will just like to make a beeline for the city hall.
Okay, you move 80 feet forward.
Hold on. Let me get the ruler. 80 feet. 80, 80, 80, 80. That's gonna make me go here.
Also unfamiliar with how wild shape would work in Forge, whatever. Would I just like manually roll all the dice from the creature's sheet?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I would have to
DM,
individually add
game is
every.
paused. I cannot move.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you.
I forgot about that. I would have to manually add every single wild shape, which is a lot of individual creatures.
Okay.
It's
So
gonna
remember,
I
why
can
is
make
my
just roll
character
it.
token not updated?
Your,
I think I moved too much.
is it not updated?
It looks
Is
like
it not
it's still
updated?
the. It doesn't
The
look like it's
doodle.
the new picture.
Oh, hold
Yeah.
on. Actually, I know what I can do.
I'm here.
I have to. Let me double check. I can fix it right now.
Oh
Actually.
shit! Oh
What'd you
shit!
do?
Loon rushes forward and
Oh,
then he skids
shit.
to a stop as he sees these two fairly massive creatures that I'm not going to tell the rest of you about until you move forward enough to see it. And Lou, you want to know the best part?
What?
As you get close, they don't seem to notice you just yet, but you do see something. In between them, it's your dear friend, Chieftain Hala, battered and bloodied. humiliated.
Unconscious?
She seems unconscious. It's hard to tell from this distance.
Oh shit! Is she bleeding out, or is it just?
She
Is she?
seems to be slumped on the ground.
So I have no idea.
No clue.
Wow! Just come here because I have a comment I want to say about these motherfuckers. These are cool, my friend. Did you take them out of 40k?
Google.
Because these motherfuckers look like the 40k characters.
I'm sure they do. I'm pretty sure they do. It's a lot of spikes.
Yeah, they look from the Chaos Marines from the 40k.
Oh wait, that reminds me. I can update, measure this character sheet.
Wait, how did Ciota move and I
Well, because you
didn't?
have to move it. So move your character token
But I
over
thought
to
I'm on
her.
Ciota.
No, that would. I have no idea how to group things together like that.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
You go to image and then assets library and then meshuda. Oh, which one is it? I think it's this one. There it is.
There she is.
Yay.
Okay.
So I gotta move myself.
That you
Over.
see what Lou sees because you have an amazing amount of dark vision. Where's dark vision? You don't. Why is your dark vision that big?
120. Because
Then
of nerf.
Deep gnome. Deep gnomes have superior dark vision. That's right. Yeah, you see them, and measure that you're currently pretty much on. So you don't actually see anything yet, but you see you feel as the spider seal that kind of jitters slightly and like
The
halts. It's
hairs
like,
on her
oh.
back stand up.
And you see Lou just outside your range, staring ahead on his mount.
I'm just. Is it my turn again?
No. We're gonna roll initiative now.
You told
All of
me
us?
they don't see us.
No. They're clearly not friendly.
I cannot initiate combat
how do I
state.
do it again?
You right click on your token, and on
Okay.
the 6 things that appear, you click the bottom right one to toggle
Oh,
your
come
combat
on!
state
What
to active.
is going on with my dice today? What the
The bottom
fuck?
right one?
Bottom right.
Okay.
Okay. When you go
Got
over to
an
the
11,
fist, and you
huh?
click the die.
Okay.
This
Ooh.
is not good. Everyone is doing shitty dice.
I love it.
11
I
isn't
gotta-
shitty. 11 is just above average.
I got a 15. I'm good.
Average is 10.
So what's
What
going
the heck
on?
is Hala?
Nick, what's going on? What are you going to do? You're first in rotation.
Oh, okay.
Nick is out of range right now.
I am.
Well, can you see it on your
You
map?
can't even see it when you see a Misha that is currently unable to see them from the distance because she doesn't have superior dark vision because superior dark vision is actually fairly strong.
Huh. Okay.
Are these buildings?
These
houses?
buildings.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know if they were like shacks or something. Okay.
Oh, they're houses. Anthras is a small hole, but they are well made because they're not. They've had 300 years to work on this limited space.
Is this an actual spider just hanging out? Is it like stuffed and mounted? I have lots of questions.
It's more like decoration of paper mache.
Aw.
That's
fairly
kind of cool.
decently. It's fairly well made. Like it, for a moment you think, "Is this a dead giant spider?" And you're like, "Oh no, it's just a decoration of a spider." That's nice.
That's kind of cool.
It's the Underdark. Cultures kind of connect, and when one of the biggest
giant
cultures of the
pinata.
Underdark is
And it
Drow, you
doesn't
kind of have to.
rain.
So what is Hala?
Chieftain Hala, the half-orc chieftainess of Anfaras, is currently slouched on the ground.
Oh, that's why they have no initiative.
This is Hala. Her first name is Day. Day Hala. No!
I
In
don't
Spanish,
get the reference, no.
in Spanish, there's a word dejala or dejala, which is leave
Oh,
her
so
alone.
leave her alone. Yeah.
So dejala.
Don't fuck with
It's
Dehala,
just a
them.
really
dehala.
bad way to say it.
Dehala,
Anyways.
dehala.
Okay, Nick.
Currently,
Nick, what are you going to do?
mean,
can't see.
I
It's like
see
here's your vision.
Lou. I mean, no, I can see Lou, but
That's
other
it.
than that, I can't see anything.
Can I just
So I'm
shout
gonna-
out, watch out before they notice us and we roll initiative?
Okay, so I'm gonna cast
You're
shield
shouting.
on Lou.
Do the Shield of Faith.
So wait, no, is shield only effective on me? Or
The reaction spell.
okay, so I'm just gonna prepare shield then.
You'll prepare in case you get hit. Alrighty, so it's your turn. Lou, you look forward as you yell out loud, and ooh, that's fun. The one on the left, this one. They both jerk their heads towards you, and you realize that their faces are skulls. And the one on the left reaches down towards the chieftain, and it grabs her by the back of the head, and it slowly starts to lift her up by her head. And in that moment, where you're watching as she gets picked up, there's a second where she kind of looks over to you slightly, and then the creature's right hand, the fingers poke together, and it stabs through her body, and it rips out, and it's holding a fleshy lump in its hand before squishing it, and then it flicks Hala onto its shoulder, and her body gets impaled by the spikes on its armor, and it holds her there as it turns towards you.
What the
Was she
fuck?
dead?
As the chieftain she is very much dead, and
Yeah.
it very slowly with its massive legs, 5 and 15 feet.
That's all of it? That's 15 feet?
That's what it does. Realize the thing is massive. It's very big, and it's now your turn as you see as it stabs Hala onto its shoulder spikes. And
Speaking,
you can very much.
is speaking like a free action?
That's free.
Yeah. So I just, you motherfucker, and just charge him.
Wow. Okay, you're just gonna curse out this thing that you don't know what it is.
He
I just
he
killed something.
he did whatever it is. It just killed Chieftain Halal. So let me see. Um, he he's dead. So never mind. Can I take my bonus action first, then my action, or do I have to take action then bonus action?
Well, that depends. What are you gonna use bonus action for?
I want to do Hunter's Mark because it's a bonus action, then attack.
You can do that. You can do that first.
So I do my Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
I will cast Hunter's Mark in the, on this motherfucker, and
Very
then
nice.
I will attack. I have 2 attacks, then plus haste, so it's 3.
Ooh. As you attack it, you swing your longsword, clang against the side of its arm, and then clang against the side of its torso. And the last one, in your rage at the death of Chieftain Hala, you slammed your blade down, like from the top down in a vertical slash, right into the center of the chest plate it has. The blade sticks and does no damage.
So
And
15
your
doesn't
blade
matter.
clangs off as it stares at you. And this thing is massive. The only reason why you reach it is because you have your wolf, and you just hear
Damn, that
nothing else.
some good voice acting, dude.
Yeah, it is your turn as you watch Lou flail at this thing, and it doesn't seem to react.
Wait, so
it,
did you hit it?
He
no.
hit it, but it didn't do damage. It just clanged off the armor.
Did I lose my sword?
Your sword kind of catches into like the very like that. You know how a lot of chest plates in fantasy they have like a specific cusp to them. You
Yeah.
kind of catch, and you can tell you do like a bit of damage to like the actual metal, but it doesn't hurt the creature. You just kind of dent it slightly, and you pull the sword away.
I am rolling really shitty today.
So my question is,
Incredibly.
how tall are these walls for the house?
Each of the houses are about 15 to 20 feet high. You know, they're comfortable for families to live in. They're not super tall. They're decent.
Because I can climb on walls as a giant speeder. I would probably.
Spoder-doder.
Nishida's still on my back, right? I
Yeah.
would probably go up, try to climb up this wall, take the dash action, and try to get to climb to have that to get up to the wall here and be
Okay.
on this roof if possible.
So, you're a giant spider. You have a movement speed of 30 feet, a climb speed the same. So you can get so that's literally 73. Well, if you could dash, but that wouldn't get you up the wall. You could go here, dash, and you could end up around here-ish.
Does it really matter? You are both spellcasters.
Yeah, I don't want
15,
this thing to hit either of
That's
us.
35.
Um,
Then 40.
No, I mean
45, 50.
I think you can
That's
cast from
60.
the first one, like the
You
first.
get around here.
Yeah,
You
I think
dash.
if you dash, can you attack from there?
I'll just go straight forward, cling to this wall with the dash if I could,
Okay.
and then could I use
By
my bonus
dashing, you
action
can get
to
up to
hide?
here.
I would
Okay.
stay behind this wall
You cannot bonus action high.
with my nature's mantle if I am lightly obscured.
That's right. Nature's Mantle items are fun. Yes, you can use you can be over here and hide. Especially because they're not actively looking at you, they're kind of focused on the little dwarf man that decided to slap
I have advantage on it because of my cloak of elven kind.
Comes in handy, doesn't it? They're not paying attention to you because of the
I told
the little
you.
dwarf man that decided to run up and slap one of them with a wet noodle. That
And I have a
decided to take
plus
his life.
7 because I'm a giant spider.
Yep,
So that is a total of what?
34.
30.
Go ahead and move. The other creature slowly
And
lumbers
you would
forward
be the
5,
Okay,
And-
so let me move to.
15. As
I
it
just
comes
moved-
close to you.
I just
You
moved
just
with
move
her, right?
next to Celia. Yep. Because you're mounted on her, so you're just moving with her. So basically, she is your movement right now, which isn't that bad. Mounted combat is fun. And it looks down at you. And it brings up
Dude,
a hand.
stop!
And
You're creeping me out.
Celia, can you see it? Oh, you can see it now. You guys want to know what they look like?
No, we see them.
Yes.
Also,
Yes.
You don't see them well enough.
Oh, I thought they were gonna be scarier.
terrible.
Dude, seriously, they look like Chaos Marine from 40k.
It reaches its claw back, and you see these massive shadowy fingers as it unleashes a slam attack toward the side of Lou's head, like a massive slap in the face. Does a 24 hit?
Yes!
Yeah, a 24 hits, and you feel the impact of something slapping you in the cheek, and you almost get knocked off your mount. Then and then in that moment where you kind of push back against the hand, it passes through your face, and you feel the kickback of necrotic damage as you take 23 bludgeoning, 19 necrotic.
What?
Yeah, no, these things hit hard. This is an official creature.
What?
It's like a truck.
This
Ready
thing
for
is
the
a
second hit?
efficient creature?
This is a pretty high. This is a pretty strong creature.
But hold on. It was 23 bludgeoning plus 19?
19 necrotic.
That's 42! That's half my damage!
Yes, it hurts, and you walked into two of them. I had hoped that setting up Hala as a former scout who is like the leader of a hold being killed by these creatures would kind of clue you in. But I guess I didn't sell her hard enough because she is, the nice old lady. You don't think
You
of her
have
as
a-
painful.
You
No,
have a
the-
resistance to
like-
anything?
What?
You have a resistance to any damage types?
Actually, let me just check. I don't think so. I wasn't. My character wasn't thinking about that. I have the damage resistant to poison. My character wasn't thinking about that. The only thing that he was thinking about is that somebody
Revenge.
killed.
Because you're a
Yeah.
vengeance paladin. It's
Yeah, yeah, it's in the
so you get the
name.
first slap in the face, and then the second hand comes to your face.
Shit, he went silent. That's not good.
It's
It
too late
killed
to
you.
get back. How much health do you have left?
Hold on. I lost 42, so 87 minus.
I'm
Hold on.
Lou was like,
87
why are you
minus
guys trying to be
42.
all evasive?
45.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dead.
You're not dead. That doesn't work like that in D&D. You make it if you want.
I
Make a
didn't.
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. I'm not bad at Constitution saving throws.
As the second hand comes towards you, it kind of like it
That's
slams down.
a fucking What the fuck is going on?
It slams down towards you, and then at the last moment, it kind of like turns slowly upside down, and instead of a smash downwards, it catches you by your breastplate. It flicks you bodily into the air about 30 feet away. You take a lot of damage. Down to one.
That's a lot of damage.
I'm down to 1.
Down to one.
Motherfucker.
You land right next to Mesh. You watch as Lou goes flying off his wolf.
I go, hey, how's it going?
Shut up! Don't tell them where you are.
It is now. Oh, Hala's dead, but she's on initiative, just so you know.
And Lou is unconscious?
No, I'm
he's
1.
at 1 HP. I let him
What
do the
is-
con save. Even though he failed miserably, but it's okay. I didn't
So
want him to get
how-
one shot.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
How
How much damage did I get from the last hit?
41.
41? No, the one that killed me, the second hit.
Oh no, the first hit was the 42. The second hit was 41.
So actually, hold on. I'm not back to 1. I'm back to 4.
Yeah, that's better than nothing. Yeah, no, it flings you bodily instead of going for a kill shot. Because, ouch.
So I have 4 HP now.
Yeah.
So how far are these things from us?
30 feet away.
They hit like a freaking freight train that are like
Okay, I'm
strapped
gonna
to
You hit like a
jet
paladin using
engine.
Divine Smite.
Yeah, kind of.
So how many charges does my cannon have?
You're an artillerist?
Yeah.
The first time you use it after a long rest, it's an action. It's free the first time you summon it, and then you can activate it as a bonus action. So, do you want to use your Force Ballista, Flamethrower, or Protector?
I mean, can I use the flamethrower? It doesn't say like how far it stretches.
It's a 15-foot cone.
Oh, so I guess the force one.
Yeah, Force Ballista is a 120-foot range spell attack.
So does that
Also,
only hit one of them or both of them?
Would hit one.
Also,
Okay.
be careful about the one with Chief Halal body. We might
Sure.
be able to bring her back. Maybe.
Okay, so I shoot the one without the body then.
Okay, you fire. So roll on your Eldritch Cannon feature in your stat
I just
sheet.
click the 2d8.
Eldritch Blast.
No, because if you click the actual thing Eldritch Cannon, it should like put attack roll 2. Because it's an attack roll using your intelligence modifier. So roll Eldritch Cannon.
Do
Yeah.
I roll it?
Oh, that doesn't do the attack roll. I thought it did. Never mind. So run. Actually, because it's technically 1d20 plus intelligence. But can I? What happens if I do this? Yeah, you can
So-
just click. You can just make an intelligence check and then add your proficiency bonus, and that's the same as an attack roll with your intelligence modifier.
Okay, so let me do an intelligence check.
Yeah, and then just add the +4 proficiency. So a 16
Does that hit?
pings off the armor.
I shoot a dang bullet of force at this thing and it just bunk.
Yeah, it
It's built different.
splashes.
These
Very much built
motherfuckers are
different.
built different.
That's your action. And bonus action as the one on the left with the chieftain on its shoulder. Five. And you realize it doesn't make any sound as it steps. You see it, massive steps, and you can see its body like shudder to the side as it moves. But the sound of it makes no sound. Its feet, there's no sound of feet on the stone. It just its body shakes as if it's stepping on an uneven gait. What was that? 5, 10, 15. It breathes in, and then you hear as it shoots out
It has range too. Fuck!
uniquely yellowish gas towards the group of you.
Okay, I have my shield on. Shield
Spell
prepared.
things into
Yeah, that
the shooter.
gas goes around corners. Gas goes around corners. Make a Constitution saving throw, all of you, and because you're within 10 feet of Lou, you have the Paladin bonus.
Okay, so wait,
That's
good.
nuts.
nice.
Right.
That's not so good.
I have a +1. No. I
Plus
can't
3.
penalty do that because I'm a spider.
So it's 10. You have to plus 3 because of my protective aura.
But
It's
because
like
I'm a
10.
spider, I take the my constitution is a 12 instead of a 14.
I don't know.
Right, the
Possibly.
constitutional and spider is different. Yeah, because wild shape.
Is my shield
And then
activate
+3
now?
from loot. Your shield, what does it do? Oh, no, that's if you get hit by an attack roll spell. This is not an attack roll. This is a saving throw.
Hold on. When I have I have damage resistance to poison. What does that do?
It doesn't. Well, it doesn't do anything for you. Although I should double check something for the sake of.
Let me just do my. Whoa! Come
It
on!
would. It would actively shoot the cone in that direction because the turret from Meshuda revealed the location, at least of Meshuda. So it would be like, oh, there's something there. It doesn't know you're there. It just knows that something's there. And just wow, Meshuda. My God, Meshuda. What is going on with this campaign? Meshuda, you watch as the spider mount that is Sioda and Lu suddenly slump and become paralyzed. The creature's paralyzing gas.
So it's not poison.
Not poison, it's paralysis. You are actively paralyzed for 1 minute. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns to end the effect early. Speaking of turns, it is Lou's turn. Your turn starts.
saving
It
throw,
is
man.
skipped because you're paralyzed. Repeat your saving throw, Constitution save.
Fine.
With your paladin, that is
It's-
just enough here.
That's 18.
18 is the DC.
Someone heal me!
Oh, you feel as that gas comes onto you, it's like breathe it in, and you feel your body become cold and stiff, and for a moment you get that terror of what it feels like to be dead, and that pulsing in your brain starts to fluctuate again. You're able to shake it off and stand up. Not stand up because your turn's over, but you're able to come to consciousness, and you're like,
What happened to
I'm
my
alive.
steed?
Your steed is kind of over here.
But if I call it back, is it an action or is it a bonus action?
It's a bonus action to command, and you could not take actions or bonus actions because you were paralyzed.
Okay.
Kind of stands there.
No,
'cause I
I'm
don't-
asking for
he now?
next turn because I'm
Mhm.
out of the.
Yeah. Your turn starts. Your turn is skipped because you're paralyzed. Repeat the Constitution saving throw. Woo! The spider also kind of jitters and slowly begins to stand up, though you feel your dozen, like, how many joints does a spider have? Like 2 dozen? You feel a lot of them are very weak and jittery because you didn't expect to suddenly inhale a very paralytic substance. And then something clicks in the back of your head, and that a fear comes in that you don't recognize at first, but it's like a familiar sensation. Save that for later as your turn ends, and the second one
Hold on.
comes forward.
Is the gas still on us? Do we need
Oh no,
to?
I should delete that. Let me do that, please.
So it's
delete.
like a
There we go.
one-time thing.
It was a one-turn thing.
Thank you, Breath. Don't brush his teeth.
Yeah. Again?
I mean, I could. I suppose the interesting thing is the fact that it's not that it seems to be trying not to kill, at least right now. Repeat your saves.
Again?
Because these things move so slowly. Yes, repeat the saves as the second one comes up and does the same thing. These things move half the speed of a normal humanoid.
Oh
so
my god!
You get close. So Sio the spider succeeds. Meshuda succeeds. Lu, well, he's still laying on the ground. He's not even standing, so he just kind of paralyzed again. And again, that pulsing in the back of your head becomes worse and worse. It's not taking over yet, but you just feel the fear kicking in.
What is going on with the dice today?
Meshuda, it's your turn. As these things are slowly coming closer, and you see the rickety movements. The metal. Also, you've seen people in armor. Even when they're weak and tired and dragging their feet, armor moves in a specific way. It flows with the shape of their body because it's fastened to their body. When these things step, armor jerks in a wrong direction. So like if it steps to the right and its body jerks to the right. Some of the plates kind of rotate. Some of them kind of jerk to the left. Some of them kind of like push closer to the what you would assume to be the body of the thing, and it just looks wrong in all the ways that it possibly can. What are you going to do on your turn? As these things have taken no damage and have paralyzed the three of you, well, except for you, have paralyzed two of you twice, one at once.
Okay, so how far are they now?
They're 15 feet away. They are right there. They're
Perfect.
literally right there.
Okay, so I just rolled an intelligence check, right?
What are you gonna do?
What do you think I'm gonna do? Eldritch Cannon, bitch.
Go. And then remember to add your +4 from proficiency. Do the roll.
So it's an intelligence ability check and then +4, right?
Yep, because it doesn't automatically add your proficiency. I need to make a thing. Ooh,
I'm
definitely hits.
panicking.
Which one are you hitting?
The one without the body. Hit the one
It's
without the
both. It's
body.
a 15-foot cone.
You're doing well. No, because you're Force Ballista. If you want to switch over, you'd have to use an action to use a spell slot to summon a different cannon.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Be able to communicate when we're paralyzed?
Actually, no. Hold on. D&D 5e. I have the conditions page bookmarked because I'm always asking, like, what does this do again? Paralyzed creature is incapacitated, meaning it cannot take actions or reactions. It cannot move or speak, automatically fails strength and dex saves, attack rolls against it have advantage, and any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet.
So Lou, stop yelling at people.
Or
It
you are...
doesn't say anything.
I
about
didn't
switching
know
cannon.
that I cannot
No,
speak.
it says when you summon a cannon, you summon the one type. So you summoned a Force Ballista. If you want to summon a new cannon, if you want a flamethrower, you have to summon a new cannon, which will get rid of the old one because you can only have one up at a time.
Okay, fine. I'll replace the.
I play
force one.
artillerists. I'm very certain.
All right, so I'll replace the force one then.
So you spend a spell slot. So mark off one of your spell slots and summon a flamethrower cannon.
Which
Is-
spell slot? Does it matter?
Any spell slot of your choice.
Okay, so how do
Actually,
I
you
do
can
that?
also summon them within range of you. So you can actually have it like here. Make sure I'm doing this right. And then there we go. That's a 15-foot cone. So you can have it like there. It'll hit both. Right in front of Lou. Because you can also summon the cannons either tiny size so it fits in your hand, or you can summon them the size of a small creature so it can be in front of Lou as like a protection sort of thing.
Oh yeah, I just always have my cannon like the shape of a little spider buddy. So like, can I? So can I just have it be there? Okay, so
Lou, you're paralyzed and you're kind of like cheek on the ground and you can barely move your eyes to look as a little magical spider-looking machine thing kind of appears and shoots flame.
okay, so do I
So
have to roll
yes.
damage now?
Yes, because it's a damaging thing. These creatures have to save for half damage. It is 2d8 fire damage.
Okay,
It's a dex save for half.
So I just rolled a 2d8, right?
Yes, and what's your DC? Spell save DC.
How do I look at that? This is in the spell book, right?
It's also underneath your armor class.
16 it looks like.
16. Dex save 1, dex save 2. One succeeds actually, the other one fails. So one takes 4 points and the other one takes 9.
Does anything change about them? Or do they
Take the damage and they keep moving.
nothing no facial expressions or
They
something?
don't have faces, they have skulls.
They don't even flinch, they just take it.
Hey, look at the picture. Does that look like it has a face?
Kind of. It's like
Does it look like it has a
skeleton
face
mask.
that can emote?
They don't even flinch. They just take the damage.
There is no physical indication other than the char along their armor that they've taken some damage.
Great.
First one. 5, 10, 15. Well, actually, no, because the cannon's right there, so it can't actually move past the cannon. And it sees that 5 feet. And it. What's the HP on an Eldritch Cannon? It's like your Artificer level times 5.
Let me check. Let's see. AC of 18. Gross of size cannons 18 to 18, and the number of hit points equal to 5 times your Artificer level. So 5 times
35.
9.
Oh, 45. 45 HP. So it brings up its right arm and it leans down and smashes towards the little spider looking cannon on the ground.
Does it have disadvantage because it's tiny?
No. The small cannon. Well, no, because the tiny ones have to fit here. Actually, no. Hey, you can have a moving tiny one. Weirdly, D&D doesn't take size into account. The most
It usually does.
it doesn't. Not 5th edition.
Oh.
Early editions do actually, where size affects AC.
Pathfinder would give you like bonuses to dexterity.
Yeah, Pathfinder being tiny is like a +5 or more, I think, something like that to AC. But in D&D, it specifically says, in 5th edition, it specifically says your cannon has an AC of 18.
which takes into account the sizing
Size.
and why it's so difficult to hit it.
It says you can have it as small or you can have it as tiny. The AC is 18, regardless.
Yeah.
So it will slam down. It does hit, dealing. Does it have resistances to any damage?
Let me check. I don't know.
It is a
for
cannon.
sure. It's immune to poison and
Artificer.
psychic damage and all conditions.
Yes and no.
If it is forced to make an ability check or saving throw, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, no. So it slams down and deals 29 points of damage on the first slam. As it pulls its hand away and it realizes the thing's still there. There's no facial expression. There's no surprise grunt. There's no halt in its motions. It just grabs its left hand and it claws against the ground. You can hear the scraping as its claws cut through the stone like butter. And it slams into the machine, and again that black fist-like hand hits it, and then passes through it as the second part of the necrotic damage comes through. It did hit for another 35. So it does destroy the cannon, but it uses its full action to do so with 2 slams, and then the little
Wait,
bits
does
of the
that
spider
backfire
cannon
on it? I don't know if that's how the cannon
doesn't.
works.
At 11th level, actually. At
Yeah,
9th level.
is an explosive cannon something I have?
As an action, you can command the cannon to detonate to force each creature. It's basically a fireball, but less damage. 20-foot radius. Make a dex save against 3d8 force damage, half on a success. But lose right there. I don't think you'd want to use a detonating cannon. The first creature uses its full action to destroy it, and on that second swipe, as its hand passes through, you see the necrotic energy corrode the metal of the turret. For like a slingshot, it suddenly gets sent flying away as it gets destroyed. The residual force. Ooh. You're gonna make a con save to resist the paralysis again.
I'm panicking. I'm officially panicking.
It's a wonderful time to be alive. Yay, you're alive. You are no longer paralyzed, and it is Omnia's turn, and you're not paralyzed, and you see these things are getting closer, and they are wrecking the shit out of your teammates.
Do we run? I mean, I'm
Is it
still
an
on my
action
back.
or anything to recall information about this since they're giving me some weird deja vu? Or
Give it
that
to you for free. Make a... Oh, well, I mean, the closest really is history, because these things are not natural. You can tell that by looking at them.
Can I make that too? Because you said I have that
Um,
a strange feeling too.
I think that was for me.
Well,
That's
I-
for
Activating you
Omnia.
for my
That's for
inspiration.
Siola, specifically.
No,
Um,
you actually told me I have like a feeling that is like close to being
You
dead.
have a feeling of terror, of close to being dead, when you inhaled the gas of the paralyzing gas.
So it doesn't
You
have
felt
to
like
anything
you were
to do with
dying.
these guys. Okay.
It's not like a... Ooh!
okay. That was my inspiration.
Huh.
That's lucky.
So I'm gonna do 2 things. First, the flat roll is an 18.
Okay.
You don't actively remember seeing any sort of whatever this creature is. It is dead. You can feel it in the air. You felt it in the gas that you breathed. It is dead. It is wrong. It should not exist. And as a druid connected to the earth and life in many ways, it just is revolting. Think of the eye, the sickness to your stomach because wrongness was wrong, and it was outside of your experience. This is just wrong, and it literally standing there is an affront to everything you can ever expect to believe, as the very magic of your body is rejecting this creature's presence. You can feel every part of you wants to destroy this thing because it disgusts you on a deep spiritual level. And the second part, he used an inspiration die. Is there another table open?
I think so.
Yeah, table 2. Let's go to table 2 real quick, Umnia.
That's not good. That's not good. I mean, I have lay on hands. I can do a lay on hands on myself and get like 45 back. But if I want to do that, I have to not be paralyzed. And he just keeps paralyzing me. Nick,
Yeah.
when the DM comes back, tell him you want to roll another d6 for.
Wait.
Hold on. Let me see. Hunter's mark. Yeah. Tell him you want to. Tell him one of the creatures has like a hunter mark. Does that affect the cannon or not? Because I did a hunter's mark on the guy with Chief Halal's body.
Wait, if what affects the cannon?
Hunter's mark.
So,
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Do I
Oh.
even have anything?
So remember,
Yes.
does Nameless's Hunter's Mark affect like anything that's happened right
It's
now?
only his attack rolls, and he gets advantage on perception and survival checks to track the creature as long as the spell is active. I believe. Yeah,
You
Umnia,
deal,
you
yeah.
used your check. You used your history check and your inspiration. You still have your turn. What do you want to do?
Lou is paralyzed right now. We're on the floor.
No.
Yeah, you. Well, she doesn't know you're not paralyzed, but you know that he is actively on the floor trying to break out of it. Like you can see his body kind of twitches. He's like, "Ugh."
Didn't I get up, get back up when I broke it?
No, getting up takes half. Getting up takes half your movement.
I'm
This
prone.
effect. Yes, you're prone.
Okay.
Would it
Lou,
be
Lou got some
possible?
smeckins.
Would I be able to, like, as a giant spider, pick up Lou with Mishuda on my back and scale up the wall?
Yes.
Would like to attempt to do that.
I mean, you have what is your
Strength is 12 as a giant spider.
I think we should run.
and you are
man.
large. Yeah, I'll give that to you. You can make an athletics check as you. It would because really you're a large sized creature. So this like the two of you together,
That's 21.
this is your size. Like this is your size. You're massive. So you can easily kind of scoot 5 feet forward. 21 will get you. You pick up Lou with like you kind of dig one of your pedipalps into like the back of his armor and you lift him slowly. It's very heavy. It almost feels like you're getting your tooth torn out. That's fine. And you are able to scale up the wall, which is again 15 feet up. So that's
How large is
5,
the
and
creature?
then 15 is 20, and then there's about 10 more feet of movement left, and that would get you like here. Yeah, around here.
Yeah, I
These
would.
creatures are easily about 14, 15 feet tall. So they can just barely see where you are. You can see their eyes, empty sockets, just turned towards you.
And I am not lightly obscured for the hide against bonus action. Because the
Yeah,
athletic
no, they're
action was my
actively
action, right?
they're actively looking at you.
Okay. And was that my action?
That was your action to
Am
use
I
athletics and climb.
when Sioda picked me up? Did I get out of the prone or am I still prone?
No, so you're still considered prone, but you're currently being picked up by her spider mouth. The second creature comes forward real quick, and it slams a hand down onto the roof that you're standing on, just right here though, not you specifically, just the roof. You see the roof cave in at its touch, and it breaks apart a huge chunk of it. But seeing as it didn't actually manage to reach you, it slowly turns away and starts going back very slowly towards the city. Meshuda, you watch as these things seem to lose interest and turn away. They start turning away. And you see Chieftain Hala currently still impaled on the spikes of this one.
They're running away before we did.
A roof.
Well, they can't reach you right now, so they're just kind of like, easier prey. Speaking of, you see a
Okay.
couple civilians still running around screaming away from the monsters, which are like, easy prey, and they move towards them.
Oh shoot. Alright, can I summon my Eldritch Cannon again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Well, you still have the flamethrower. Do you want to spend another spell slot to get your arcane ballista?
Well,
Okay.
are they not at range of my flamethrower?
They're within 15 feet because they're 15 feet tall. Oh, right, because it's destroyed. Sorry. Yes, you'd have to use a spell slot to summon a new one.
I hate that everything I have to do uses spells. Don't I? Where are my
Welcome
weapons?
to being a
I
caster.
thought I had. Don't I have a weapon or
You're a
something?
literal
Oh right,
artificer.
yeah, I have a crossbow.
When you're a caster and you cast spells.
I forgot I have a
Unless you're
crossbow
paladin.
though. Hang on.
Cool, use your
Wait.
crossbow. Shoot them with your bow. Cross this. Cool, you actually hit. Which one are you shooting at?
19 hits.
Whichever one is closest, I guess.
So this one. You shoot, and you manage to shoot, and the arrow lodges right in where you would assume the fleshy, area between the neck and the shoulder. Just,
Fire. 4 points of damage.
a crossbow is not a magical weapon. It doesn't seem to notice at all.
It needs to be magical. I think I have it. Ah, shit. I think I. Yeah. I unprepared my magic weapon.
Is that your turn?
Huh? Oh yeah, I guess.
Do you have a bonus action, Vinny?
Do you?
Shoot, do
In your
I?
spellbook?
I don't know if I do.
There's like one column that says spell usage and be like action, bonus action, etc.
Oh, okay, so yeah, the only one that I can use as a bonus action is Sanctuary, and I'm not using that right now. Okay, yeah, that's my turn.
So this first one that you shot at, Chieftain Hala impaled on its shoulder. And it lumbers off.
It's my turn now.
Yep.
Uh, I will can I do I have to use my movement then use my action, or can I
It takes
use
half your movement to stand up from prone. Unless you have a specific spell or item.
Haste still active?
Oh yeah, haste is active, so you get double speed. So
yeah, so
I
20
guess it only
feet
costs
here.
15 feet of movement. So 15 feet of movement to stand, and you still have another bunch of coconuts.
So I will just pull all of my lay on hands, get myself back to 49, and fuck it, I will go after the one with Chief Halal.
I mean, how was your act? Okay, you want to jump 15 feet. So it's like I said,
Hold on,
5 feet to get
I
you.
have to go down 15 feet.
Yeah, it's a 15-foot house.
Or actually, yeah, I will make it. But do I take damage if I go down?
No, it's 15 feet, so technically it's every 10 feet that you fall, but this is a kind of a controlled landing, so I'll allow it, because I mean, honestly, it's just 15 feet. You can survive even though you're wearing fucking plate mail like a paladin.
So I
Walk
will,
up to this thing.
yeah,
You already used your action to lay on hands.
yes. So no attack. The extra attack with haste, does that actually count toward my...
Oh, you can do an attack with haste, that's right. So you get one attack because of haste.
Yay! Yay haste.
Bonk. That hits!
25.
Is your longsword a
Smite!
magical weapon? Oh, you're smiting. Yay.
Yes. Let's fucking smite this bitch.
Smelt.
Smite, motherfucker. Hold on. What does at first level is you can expend one spell slot to deal
It's a
radiant damage.
2d8 for a first level slot, and then an additional 1d8 for each level of slot afterwards.
So
I mean, above.
I will do it at second level.
3d8 radiant damage.
3d8. 3d8.
So roll one more d8. Oh, okay. Wow. We're just gonna take the 8 from the original 2d8 and then add a 2. So 10 radiant damage instead of 8.
And plus 6,
You-
plus 6 for Hunter's Mark.
Oh, right. Roll a d6 for Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, 5.
5.
So it's 8,
Okay.
9, and 5. So it's 14 plus 8, 22.
You slash, and you slash towards its arm, and the part where its elbow is showing because the elbow is actually not covered by the armor, and you slash through, and the sword passes through with like no resistance whatsoever, and then you pump the smite into it. So this longsword attack did nothing, like it didn't even register. But when the radiant damage actually went through, you see the elbow kind of light up and it bulges. Like, you know, when you put water into a balloon, you shoved radiant damage into this thing's necrotic energy, and it balloons slightly before slowly releasing, and you see little mist kind of appear and float up, and the creature slowly turns towards you.
Yeah, bitch! That's what you get for killing Chief Halal.
Siola, it's your turn.
I would try to cast web at it. Or no,
Oh.
I don't cast it. It's a ranged
You're a
weapon
spider,
attack.
you have a web.
Yeah.
Spider web.
Spiderweb, spiderweb.
Used it.
Yo, what happened?
Oh, that's the web. It looks like.
Just
Yeah, she's
zoomed
just
in.
posting this. That's what happens. It's the stats for the web. Make your.
Is she webbing me?
No, I was rubbing the guy right in front of me.
Wait, how is there
I guess it's
already a
considered
spider on this
dexterity.
building?
That was the
Mache,
decoration.
no one pays attention to my descriptions. Sad.
No, that was the decoration.
Oh.
Yeah, to make a dexterity check +5 plus your proficiency bonus.
I'm trying to see where it is on the sheet. Oh, +4.
So
Sorry,
it's
dexterity check plus your proficiency bonus. I didn't know why I added another 5.
because it's +5 to hit.
Because that takes into account the giant spider's dexterity plus its proficiency bonus. For her, it's her dexterity or
Better
its
is
dexterity, depending on what's higher. No, it's its dexterity, so +3, and then +4. So add another 2, so 24, which does hit. Which one are you hitting?
the one directly in front here.
This
Since
one?
Lou hopefully has
He's
a.
dealing. Is smacking that one. It is restrained. Its speed becomes 0, cannot benefit from any bonus to speed. Attack rolls against it have advantage. Its attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dex saves. And it cannot get rid of the webs unless it uses an action to make a DC 12 strength check to burst the webbing. Or just attacks it. Okay. Is that your turn? Still have movement.
Bonus action hide. Haha. No?
Cool.
Okay.
Hey, but I'm on
You
you.
can move
Doesn't
like
affect you then.
you can move like towards the actual edge of the middle of the roof and like over here on this side of it.
I want to be able to stay within 30 feet of this guy once he moves.
Okay.
So if anything, I might actually move a little bit closer to the edge where Mashuda is. Like just here.
Well, I mean, so okay, so the you and Mashuda, right? Because you're within you're adjacent 5 feet. This is your size because a giant spider is a large creature.
Okay.
This is your size, so this is all you.
So you're about like 5 by 5 feet.
Yeah,
But
literally. Well, okay, you know what I can do?
yeah,
Can,
I'd probably stay where I'm at.
do this.
Stick 'em.
Full size.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I don't know if it's a bad idea, but I'll stick with it.
You webbed
Kind of
him.
getting my ground.
Okay, it's now that one's turn as it gets webbed, and it just kind of. And it uses its
Press
action.
die.
This is action to make a strength check.
Don't make it.
I'm gonna use your spell save DC because that's technically what it is. What's your spell save DC?
I think it's 16. Hold up. 16. Yeah.
Yeah. It succeeds. It breaks the webbing. It pushes its arms out, and breaks the webbing, and it still has movement. So it slowly stalks forward 5, 10, 15.
The chat.
Actually, that's your turn.
Alright, I'm just gonna shoot it again.
Shoot
Actually,
it
wait,
with
no.
your gun.
Wait, but the arrow
Yeah.
had no effect, right?
Yeah, no, it hit, but you don't think it did anything?
Hold on. How did my smite register these things as evil?
Oh, it's undead. No, it's not. Is it undead? Is it an undead? It looks like an undead. It is an undead.
If it's
Fun
undead,
fact, these things are not strictly undead. They are what I would call abominations, but they count as undead. So you do get the extra d8 from the smite. So roll that extra d8 for me.
that's another 2. So I did 24 damage last
The
round.
saddest. You have the saddest paladin rolls.
No, I have the saddest roll today. I have been rolling
Yeah, just
bad.
today, the saddest paladin rolls ever.
It's the
So,
revenge from the last time we fight the purple worm, and I did that massive amount of damage.
Nick's turn.
Yeah. So, how far do they have to be for me to use poison spray?
What is the spell say?
So as you extend your hand toward a creature you can see within range, project a puff of noxious gas from your palm. Oh, do you want me to read the whole thing?
Just the range.
If you
Poison
click on
spray.
it, it'll tell you.
Has a range of 10 feet.
Are
You
they
know how
within 10
to
feet?
read the spell book and stuff, right, Nick?
No. I'm not an experienced player here.
Well, I've never used this thing before, but it
Yeah,
says it
like-
on everything on the spell book.
Okay, so I can't see that. Hang on. Man, I can't zoom out. Ah, my gosh, let me just use this. Okay, so that's a no.
It's a 10-foot range. So you could get off of Ciola in order to get just within range, because...
Okay, what if I
Ciola,
just
did you
use a
say you were moving
firewall?
towards the edge of the roof?
What if I just say
I
a
wanted
fire?
to hug it, kind of, because I wanted to stay closer to this guy within 30 feet of it.
You can hug it. So never mind. Nick, you are in range. Nishida is in
Oh.
range to do. If you want to do that,
Okay, I'm just gonna roll the. All right, I'll roll the damage then.
okay, roll the spiel. See what it do. You launch your puff of mist. You shoot your hand out, and just you send a jet of poison in its direction. As it hits the creature, it like aims towards the creature's head, and it coalesces, and it just kind of hangs around its head for a minute before slowly dissipating as these things do.
So I just roll damage then.
The spell, if
And
you
yeah,
click
you
on
roll the spell because you're doing the spell. Roll the
And it-
spell.
Okay.
yeah.
Does it work?
Takes
Okay,
it.
15
Again,
damage.
there's no change to anything it does. It just keeps going.
Does it takes like 15 poison damage?
You have no clue because these things don't have facial expressions or reactions at all to stimuli other than, oh look, person, slam it. 'Cause that's what they've been doing, slamming the shit out of people. As the first one looks at Le, and it reaches down and it's gonna attempt with its first attack. It's gonna attempt to grapple. That hits. It grabs you. No wait.
Grapple?
Grapple rules always confuse me. Grapple rule always confuse me. Is it you roll to hit and they're grappled, or it's a contest? And
No,
they're
it's a
grappled?
context, I think.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. It's a athletics or dexterity. No, athletics or acrobatics to avoid being grappled as its massive hand comes towards you.
Let's go with acrobatics.
Oh wow, you actually beat it. Its first attack comes down with its massive hand.
Did he
and then
roll a
just duck out the
27?
way. It rolled a 20.
Jesus.
And then its second attack comes, and its second hand comes to the side and tries to grab you around the torso. Make your other athletics or acrobatics check. Wow, it's rolling really bad. Finally, it's rolling bad. Jesus.
12.
Wow, you rolled worse. It catches you by the torso and it slowly picks you up until you're looking into its eyes.
Thought doesn't have eyes.
It doesn't have eyes, it has eye sockets.
So I'm looking at the empty space.
Yeah, you are currently grappled and you are up in the air about 10 feet higher than usual, and you're staring into its face, but not really face.
Am I, do I, can I move my hands?
Yeah, you can attack.
Okay.
Normally you would have disadvantage, but because it kind of has you snugly around the torso, you can move decently enough.
Hold on, let me check the vials we got. 66. This is how long does it take to for me to coat my weapon with purple worm acid?
It literally has like warnings: do not point in eyeballs. You have glasses on. Stop.
Oh my god. Take the glasses off and spray them, please. Be safe. Be smart.
No, he's pointing.
Purple
He
worm
has a
poison
cat
takes an
toy and
action
he's
to
just
coat.
using it. He has a laser pointer. He's pointing it at my eyeball. Tell him to stop.
Don't do
Stop
that! do I do that or not? What the fuck? Let's just do it. I will do that. Vial of purple worm acid. It's DC Constitution of 19. Then it's CD 66. That's an action, and I will do attack with my haste.
Haste action. Actually, use an object action. You can do that with your haste action. So you can use your haste action to do it, and then you would have 2 attacks.
I will do that then.
Yep, action economy. Okay, so
22.
the first attack misses. Second attack hits like a charm.
Smite this bitch!
Con save? Yep, that's a con save. Yeah, it actually failed the con save. All the 6d6 acid damage too.
That's 20. That's
This is
11.
acid, not poison.
Yes, 11 plus 24. That's going to make it 35. And
again, the longsword hits, and you feel the longsword slide through with no resistance, almost. Well, sorry, what are you aiming at again?
His face.
His face.
Because
you feel like you're hitting. So with the face, you feel like you're hitting a metal dome. Your blade clangs off, but in that moment where the blade hits, the acid comes flinging off onto the creature's head, and then the smite comes in as a secondary smash. And that actually does something. The creature, its head kind of lolls back slightly.
hold on. I did it at level 2, so do I have to do another d8?
2d8 because this counts as undead.
No. I did it at level 2, so 2d8.
Yes. So 1 more d8 because of the level, and then 1 more d8 because it's undead.
Okay, then 2d8. What the fuck? That did 2, so 16.
That is
30.
Depressing paladin.
34 plus 16. Plus 16. That's 51. Total
and
damage.
this time there's a reaction as the creature's head lolls back, and then it stays there. Like, it doesn't come back forward, it just stays there for a moment as it takes the damage. And you can hear the of the acid sizzling against its skull, and then it slowly brings its face forward, and it brings and then it suddenly moves so that its face is inches away from yours.
Stop it.
Sioda, it's your turn.
Meowdy. Okay. So I'm debating dropping the spider form, but I don't know if that's gonna screw up Mashuda.
I mean, Mashuda would just land in the nearest unoccupied space on the roof.
Does anyone know how many turns has it been?
It's been
5
rounds.
turns. It says round 5.
Yep.
Oh, that's neat.
Initiative tracker.
Yes, that's neat.
It tracks initiative. Who knew? So, Sioda, what do you want to do?
Is Lou looking hurt?
He's at 4 HP.
No.
I thought
he
laid hands on his
sorry,
head.
he healed.
I'm
So
49.
You see the bruises and the necrotic energy kind of eats away at vitality, so you can see parts of his body that are like a little bit wrinkled and shriveled. The lay on hands mitigated a lot of that. But he is currently being held in a massive hand, staring inches away from the creature's skull face. It does not appear happy. It looks like it's actually registering something after you've wailed at it for a couple rounds.
Okay. I would want to cast erupting. I would dropping spider form. I'm casting erupting earth.
Ooh.
What does that do?
Deck save. I mean, it's a 20-foot cube, so you can literally have it like.
Oh, it gave me a little thingy, but then I lost it because I.
Wait, what?
It's okay. I'll do it.
I was gonna aim for it to be like I don't want it to hit Lou, but I want it
This
to
won't hit Lou. This won't hit Lou.
Okay.
A fountain of churned earth and stone erupts. See how that turns into a human? And Mesha, like you just kind of slowly slide off this spider form and land on the
scoot it
roof.
up 2
With the
squares.
box.
Yep, with the box. And I'll scoot it up.
Yeah, sorry. So I want it to be in the range if they try to move a little bit more.
Oh my god, this thing doesn't want to move. Move. There we go. The ground in the area becomes difficult terrain. Massive chunks of earth suddenly go flying out. Dix save. It fails! And the second one. It fails! They both take 12 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Oh, finally!
Bonus action, I'd want to cast Grasping Vine,
Okay.
and I would aim for that to be, where is it?
Oh, wait, you cannot cast a spell.
As a
Leveled
bonus
spell.
action.
No. If you cast a leveled spell, it has to be as a bonus action because the only other spell you can cast as an action is a cantrip. If you cast a leveled spell as your action, you cannot cast anything as a bonus action. So
Failed.
give yourself
Thought
back that grasping vine spell slot.
Okay.
Give yourself back. And then
I thought
this,
I
yeah,
was
so
clever
this
here.
this highlighted area is, but the purple area is difficult terrain.
Did
So these
you
creatures are
scoot it
moving
up
even slower.
too?
I did actually scoot it up. That is scooted
Oh.
up.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, because if I did it any higher, it wouldn't. I don't think it would hit. Would it? Actually, no, it would. Hold on, I can move it up here, or
Would that be
here.
a
There we
range
go,
for it?
right there, and that would hit both of them reasonably well. Lou, there's a moment where a massive chunk of rock actually goes flying towards you, but the creature that's holding you is so big it takes the hit on its shoulder instead.
Hold on. What was the does it they do they take damage every turn, or is it just one time thing?
It's the once.
But then is considered difficult terrain.
Yep.
Okay.
The second the second creature, 15 halved technically, so it can really only move like one space, which is just enough for it to come over, and it reaches over to slap Lou in the face.
Again?
Poor Lou.
See, you laugh, but oh my god.
Did it really
What?
just kill him?
What is it? Doesn't it? Oh, come on!
It slaps you in the face so hard you fall unconscious, because that's 33 bludgeoning plus 33 necrotic.
Yeah, I'm at 0.
It just, you everyone hears it. Just big old slap in the face. It's not pleasant.
Do I do the death save now or after?
At the start of your turn. At the start of your turn.
Okay.
Or technically the
Can
end of your turn.
do I have to touch him to cast Spare the Dying?
He's not dying yet.
Spare- No,
right?
well, no.
He's unconscious.
It does help against unconscious because it's.
I mean, Spare the Dying is a touch spell. I know because I have it in under spell
Yeah.
target. It says touch.
There's cleric, grave domain or death domain clerics are the only ones that have spare the
Death
dying as a
domain.
ranged spell.
Yeah, this
I have it
is
as
death
a
domain.
cantrip from. I think it was Warcaster that gives you a free cantrip. Or spell
Yeah,
sniper.
no. You'd have to jump down the 15 feet and then move 5 feet and then reach another 5 feet. Yeah, you could do that.
You
So
could
you
cast
could
Sanctuary.
you could very quickly. Yeah, you could cast
That would
sanctuary.
help.
Could I cast Sanctuary here?
I mean, sanctuary says A creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must make a wisdom save or choose a new target or lose the attacker spell unless it's an AoE spell like Fireball.
Okay, actually, yeah, Sanctuary would be good there. So I guess I'll put a ward on him.
Okay, Sanctuary.
Alright,
Blue
let me
is
just click the
unconscious.
thing.
The
Okay,
DM is not messing around.
the first creature, which is currently holding Hala, dead Hala on its shoulder and is grappling Lu.
So I put it to Wisdom. I mean, I put
Right.
it to Lou.
Difficult ring counts as
Then-
half movement, so it'll move 5 feet, which counts as 10 for it, technically. It's
that was
still
that
in the
sub
range.
bonus action though. If Nick wanted to do anything else.
Actually,
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
the
Do you want-
Sanctuary is a bonus action. So I
So
need
make
this
sure
as
you
a-
roll. Okay, you did. And then what else are you gonna do?
So can I use Shatter, or is he still, or is Lou still in range?
You cannot cast a leveled spell as an action if you already cast one as a bonus action. You have to cast a
Got it.
cantrip as an action.
Alright,
Cantrip.
so alright, so I'll use my crossbow again.
What cantrips do you have though? Off the off chance that one of them is actually an attack.
Well, I have Fireball and Poison Spray.
As cantrips?
Bolt.
Firebolt.
Firebolt.
To you if you'd want to use them, but I would recommend using one of those.
Oh, I thought you said I couldn't.
He said specifically
no.
cantrips are the exception.
Yeah, if you
Okay,
you,
so I'll
you
use
cast
Poison Spray again.
Sanctuary. Okay, Poison Spray again. Well, doesn't Poison Spray in AoE? Oh, it's a single target. Coalesces around its head again. It doesn't seem to hit us. React.
Hold on, I want to ask this. Do they even take normal damage?
It
And
wouldn't
I
be
used
a.
I shot him with the crossbow, so and it seemed to take damage.
Do they
It hit.
He said that it seemed to not do anything. You hit it, but he didn't do anything.
Lou,
Yeah, but he
you know
didn't
that.
react to my Poison Spray either.
So Lou, you are the
Yeah,
one
he's
that's actually
viable.
using your physical strength to hit these things with your sword. It's safe to you feel like there's no resistance when you hit it with your sword. When you hit the shadowy parts, when you hit like the skull, it felt like you were hitting something way too hard. It is safe to assume this thing takes no damage from non-magical sources, non-magical physical sources. It's only it's the acid from the purple worm acid. It's the radiant damage from your divine smite. It's magic damage that seems to really hurt it. And then Mishra, it's really hard to tell because a crossbow bolt hits, like it gets caught in the chinks of its armor, but it doesn't, you don't know if it does anything. The poison mist affects creatures that breathe. You don't, these things look undead. It's hard to tell if it's breathing or if it's just making that sound because someone designed it to just freak people out, because it's kind of freaky.
So basically, half the damage we have done already that doesn't take.
No, it's taken magic damage, except for poison. Okay, I'll just say it. It's immune to poison. It's immune to non-magical physical damage. It's safe to assume this thing's probably immune to necrotic because its slaps are mostly necrotic damage.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying, because last time I did 11 points of slashing damage. That doesn't take.
Nope. Because your weapon is a normal longsword.
Isn't it a little bit soon for creatures that are immune to physical normal attacks to show
There's
up?
actually a lot of creatures. There's actually a lot of undead creatures, especially that are immune to non-magical physical, even Luciar ones.
None of us
But
have
either
Are you
like
way,
saying that we have?
magical
Are you
weapons.
saying this whole time we haven't been hurting it at all?
well, I mean, you've done radiant, you've done magical bludgeoning from the erupting earth, but the crossbow is non-magical. The longsword is non-magical. The poison isn't really doing anything
None of you guys have rolled at all to try to identify what this thing is, except for me.
at all.
I mean, my
I
character.
suggested we
Nobody
run.
thought. Nobody's character said, "Do I recall any information about this thing?" Nobody's done
You
that.
I wasn't trying to get out of here alive.
My character is kind of in a fit of rage, so
Right.
He's not really thinking about
You
that.
know what
Yeah.
it's like? You know what the
So,
best way to think of
if
this
you're
is?
angry,
It's like you're fighting against two large-sized Terminators because they don't do anything except move towards moving targets and take them out.
then why are we complaining about it outside of character? Oh my god.
Let's just go back to the game.
This is gonna go on all night.
Lu, make your death save.
Like, high key, can we stop complaining about it outside of character? That's
So just click on death save.
Yep. And you have your Paladin Aura of Protection, so you can add your +3 to it. So do the roll.
Situation bonus. I add like something.
No. Oh yeah, situation bonus is 3 because your charisma modifier.
No. That's 10.
The 10 is what you need to actually succeed a death
I
save.
know.
But
That's
that +3
It
came
is?
in handy.
that's just 10.
Yes.
it'd be like that sometimes.
First one is a success.
I'm
See how the
fucking panicking right now.
Lou is unconscious. The creature doesn't slam him onto the spikes like you would expect with like you do with Hala. It lowers its hand, so it's kind of carrying Lou like an oversized rag doll, just kind of holding his torso.
I mean, he's a dwarf.
Actually, he didn't say baby, so thank you.
Anyone who holds a baby like that should be sued for. All right. See you then.
I'm debating a lot.
You remember what I told you? Yes.
I do.
Okay.
My character doesn't like these things a lot. Attempt to cast Grasping Vine.
Okay.
Beep. And
Which one?
The one holding Lou.
Okay. Dex save. It fails.
I'd aim the Grasping Vine to be a bit further back, right about here. I don't know if
Ooh.
that's idea or not.
That's fun. Hold on. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine, but yeah, it's fine. What about this one?
No, a little bit to the right actually. I want to do it like right in front of this rock.
That's funny.
I think that's a rock.
Yep. You yank this creature with a massive vine, and it actually slams into the other one. They both. This one's fine. This one over here that got pulled actually gets knocked prone and kind of crashes against the ground as it gets knocked off balance by the collision. So this one is now prone.
Did it drop me?
Nope.
So
It, like, you watch as it holds Lou and then it lands on its back and its arms kind of go flying up in the air slightly. Lou's still being held, and then it was fine, but he kind of got shaken a little. Shaken, not stirred. Is that your turn?
Okay, well, no, I'll do as an action, I'll go ahead and throw a produce flame onto
Cool.
can I tell which one is looking rougher at this moment?
The one that has Hala and Lou is looking a little more beat up. One of its spikes is actually kind of chipped off. It has charred on its armor. 25 hits, 8 fire damage. You throw a small ball of flame at this thing, and as it's down, you actually kind of you catch it right above, right where its neck area meets the plate armor it's wearing, and you actually see it sizzle slightly and light that area before dying out. And there's blackened char as it seems to take the fire damage.
And that's all I can do.
He just walks forward. And because
This
it's
area
15
is
feet,
still
it is difficult terrain, but it was right here, so it just used 5 feet of movement.
okay.
It reaches up with its hand because it's 15 feet tall. Well, almost 15 feet tall, so it's able to see the top of the roof. And it slams towards you specifically, Sioda, with its left hand. And an 18 hit,
My armor class is 16, so yes.
14 bludgeoning, 15 necrotic. It slams you with its left hand, and then it uses its right hand to lash towards Meshuda.
Said 14.
20. 14 bludgeoning, 15 necrotic, and then Meshuda 20 hits for 19 bludgeoning, 15 necrotic.
Wait, does a 20 hit me?
Does a 20 hit you? Yeah.
Because it's
If
a
it's
16 plus
AC.
5. It's 5.
Where's the plus 4? Oh, you're casting shields as a reaction?
Remember, I had shield prepared already.
No, when you prepare an action, it activates on the next turn, or it doesn't. You can still cast shield because it's a reaction spell.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So
you cast
yeah,
shield.
Yep.
The attack misses. It hits the shield. The long nails kind of hit the bottom of the shield and slide down and cut through the roof slightly. But they don't hit you. So yay.
Why did could you give me the shield? No, it's self.
Oh, it's
I
a
was
self
trying to, but like it only
It's a
works on
spell.
myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Do I
top of the
have
round.
something like that?
top of the round.
I gave you the sanctuary. Yeah.
On round 7, as these creatures are fighting you, and you start to hear yells. Not screams. The screams actually start dying down slightly, and you hear yells. And you start hearing the sound of many pairs of feet rushing in your direction.
Yay! Cowardly is
And
here.
that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh my gosh! Please tell me that's the cavalry.
Seriously? In middle of a fucking fight?
It's their cavalry. It's their cavalry. They get the reinforcements. We don't. Everyone else is dead. Haha.
You thought you were the main characters.
Apparently not.
Alright. Well, thank you for playing. I hope that was suitably
Wait a minute. Are
terrifying.
you saying that we're colliding with your other campaign?
No. I said you're in the same time zone. Same universe. Same time period, but not the same continent. Thank you for playing. I hope you enjoyed and are sufficiently terrified by the...
I am both terrified for my character and terrified that if this is 5th session, what is going to happen in later sessions.
Yeah, I'm confused. Like, what's gonna happen next? Like, I'm not really scared. I'm just more confused.
You're not scared because your character is not doing death saves.
One shot. Alright. Thank you for playing. I need to go.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm just gonna head to sleep. Sorry.
Yeah. Go. Go, because I have to compartmentalize what the fuck just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, my character is going to die.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. My character is definitely going to die. I have to do 2 more death saves, and I just saved one of them with a fucking 10. And that wasn't a nat 10, that was a dirty 10. Like 7 plus 3. Shit! See you next session, I guess.